live on the internet.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Fancy seeing you here.
Yes.
Good to see you. Hello. Hope you enjoyed our delayed release part two of the War of the Stone video last week. Look at that. Look at that. We didn't have a stream, but we still had content for
Heck
you. Look at
yeah.
that. We're learning. We're growing.
We are.
So,
Alright.
hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Hello.
I am going to send it over to Justin for the weather, and by that I mean
The weather.
channel news. Yeah.
Um. So, uh, we raised $205 for the Bail Project last month. So this month, starting today, we are starting to raise money for the Trevor Project. Um, really good charity, does a lot of good supporting the trans community, from what my research told me, and everything else in between. So yeah, we're raising money for the Trevor Project. I will post the donate link in the chat just in case. Also, that link will get posted in the chat periodically by our little chat bot. If there's chat happening, if there's no chat happening, I have to do it manually, because of spam reasons, I guess. Oh yes,
So talk.
yes, please talk our ears off. So, from today until August 12th, we'll be running this charity, and then August through the end of time, we'll be spotlighting a different charity every month, and most of those charities are going to be BIPOC focused and trans focused going forward. Because I think those communities need a lot of support right now, and while we're playing D&D, why don't we try to raise money for a good cause as well? Um, Also, we have a podcast. I've been kind of slacking on updating it lately because I was again away on a vacation last week. I just got home like last Friday. No, wait, no. I got home this Monday. So I've been kind of slacking on it a little bit. Because it's just been relaxing. But I'll be getting back to updating the podcast stuff that is Beneath the Tide and Legends of Wildmount, getting caught up on those episodes. I'm like 4 episodes behind on each. Um, but we have a new demystifying DMing on there.
Yeah, we do. Talk about magic.
Talks about magic, and it's a
Hmm.
really good one. You want to talk about it a bit, Sam, before we get started?
Sure. It's basically just talking about like, hey, here are some of the spells and abilities that your players will have given a certain level that you should be aware of as a DM, because as a DM, we want to prepare things based on what our players are capable of, and you want to know what they're capable of. So like, you don't accidentally plan, you know, a couple hours of your session around there being a chasm that they need to get across, and you didn't know that the wizard could cast fly. Like that just kind of
Good stuff.
bypasses that entirely. Also, once teleport's on the table, you gotta prep everything the players could literally think about.
And is that why making a world for your game is a good idea?
Yes, yes, it is. Which I think I have another one on world building.
Ooh, nice, nice.
Yeah, look at
Um,
this synergy. Look at this synergy.
oh, so good. So it's a really good episode. Listen to it. I found a way to make thumbnails for them.
Oh
But
boy.
those thumbnails are only going to show up on Spotify and Podbean. Unfortunately, Apple Podcast doesn't let you use thumbnails for stuff. So it's going to be really exciting. If you haven't seen the thumbnails, you can also see like the previous demystifying DMings before we switch to podcast format on the YouTube channel. Come for the thumbnails, stay for the tips.
Uh,
Oops. Um, Also, some announcements regarding schedule stuff. Uh, Sunday the 26th, we will not be having a streamed game because I will be predisposed. What's the word? I will not be here essentially. But I believe there are plans to record something that day.
Or record something ahead of time and then play it.
Or
We're
record
figuring it out.
Yes. Yes.
We should have something for you.
It's exciting. I wish I could take part, but
If we record it ahead of time, you might be able to.
I might be able to if we recorded it. Anyways, yes, that's the plan. So Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, there won't be a Soldiers of the Lich Queen. But coming to find out, my schedule was a little wrong, so I will be back in time on the 26th at night for Descent into Avernus. So Descent into Avernus will not be changing, which is fine. But I want to play Hannibal. And then I believe either the first week of August or the second week of August, I will be gone for the entire week. So that means either the first week of August or the second week of August, no games whatsoever. So we shall see. Also, my birthday tomorrow.
Woo, happy birthday.
Don't really see how that's an announcement, but
That counts.
um,
All right, everybody in the chat saying happy birthday to Justin. Go.
Kill Hannibal on my birthday, please. Do it.
We will see.
But that's it for announcements.
All right. So, it's been a little while since we saw each other. Not as long as usual, though, so that's good. Just a brief recap. So, the party kind of finished up what they were doing after the town with the demon and everything. And, made their way on the road, started traveling southward. Hannibal and Ilvem sparred. And as we have kind of learned again entirely through coincidence, not by any intention of mine, sparring within the party tends to not go well, because Hannibal and Ilvem then everyone went to bed, and they were woken up in the middle of the night by a giant flaming suit of armor barging into their campsite before they could finish their long rest. So Hannibal and Ilvem were both low on health and spell slots and resources, but they still managed to defeat the giant suit of armor sent from the Feywild after Drusilla because of reasons, because apparently they can track her through scrying. So yeah, during the said fight, there was a moment when Ilvem grabbed onto the suit of armor and held onto it, during which time its flaming sword just kind of went out and was not flaming anymore. And then Ilvem kind of hung on, managed to keep grip while the suit of armor spun around and tried to shake them off. And they eventually managed to defeat it. And once again, as happened the first time they fought suits of armor like this, any attempts to keep the armor failed, because as soon as no one is looking at it, the pieces just vanish. No, you have to not be looking at it. It's just you look away, you look at it, you look away, you look back, it's just gone. So they continued on their journey, continuing their way south. They made their way to the next town, which I forget if you actually heard the name. I don't remember. I know the name. I don't know if you know the name. But there was it's a rather, pretty small town. The party camped outside. Drusilla noticed a rather large kind of mound-like structure off to one side, very too round and geometrically perfect to be natural. So she went over and took a look, and it had a door in the side, kind of like a hobbit hole. She turned into a spider and snuck inside. Wandering around, she discovered all sorts of things, and coming back and stole a jar of liquid, brought it back to Hannibal, who informed her that, yeah, this is embalming fluid. That was the town, cemetery and, burial site. You should probably take this back. You basically just stole from a holy site. So then, was it Drusilla that brought it back? Oh, it was Hannibal, that's right. Hannibal then brought it back, met the old woman that runs the place, and in the middle of the night, right before she was going to go to bed, was like, here, I stole your embalming fluid, or my sister stole your embalming fluid, you should have it back. And then she's like, well, that's very nice of you, please don't do that again, and then went back inside and went to bed, and everyone took a nice long rest, uninterrupted this time, and they wake up the next morning just outside of town.
I had completely forgotten that had happened.
Yep.
The town's name? Wrong Lasagna.
Yep.
Oh, that's right. You have Rammalazima is the name.
We called it the wrong lasagna.
Wrong lasagna.
Wrong lasagna.
Right. That is right. I forgot about wrong lasagna. How could I forget?
How could you?
How could I?
You know
Betrayal.
who wouldn't have forgotten? Lindsay.
Yeah.
Probably.
Let's be real. Lindsay probably would have called it wrong lasagna. So.
The DM names something, and the player just makes fun of the name, essentially.
That's really how every game goes. Yeah.
Okay.
As someone who's notoriously bad at remembering names, I can't fault any of you. I'd usually just make it a character trait of my characters that they can't remember names, and they just make up nicknames for people, so that way, like,
Best way to do it.
yeah, it just fits.
So I don't know about everyone else, but after doing a good deed, I sleep so good.
Was that the first one?
I think so.
Wild. Drew, how did you sleep knowing that you stole from a funeral home?
I don't sleep, I meditate.
How is your meditation? Did you meditate on it?
I did meditate on it. I'd do it again.
I getting midsummer vibes from this whole scenario.
Who?
Pretty late summer, actually. You missed midsummer.
Oh, never mind. All these 2 weeks, oh my god, this is gonna be midsummer. We're gonna get killed by old people. Okay, so what are we doing today? I guess.
Are we stopping in this town, or are we just gonna keep going? Is this the town we have to stop in to get supplies? Or is this just a town?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but it's okay because I specifically made sure Owen was kind of ditzy so that I didn't have to remember these kinds of things.
Oh,
Medical, you have the back tattoo of the map.
That's right. That's right. I no, I was gonna do disguise self to do that. I don't want to waste a spell slot. I'm trying to remember who we're traveling with. Don't tell me. I'll figure it out. Oh, Xandorn.
Yeah, good morning.
Do you remember where we're going, or why we're here?
I think it's just kind of the next town on the road. There's might be stuff to do. We can probably get some supplies, but I think the main one you were talking about was Bastion, which is the big city to the south, next country over.
I wanted like parchment and ink to kind of do my spellbook stuff. That's right. Thank you, Xandorn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this town might have some too. You don't know. But...
How are we doing for supplies? Like, should we stop to get stuff?
Well, I still have the bedding from the Onyx Cat. I have those 2 chairs. I have
188 gold pieces.
I have 119. I have a dirty old skeleton.
Yeah, can we get rid of that?
No, I need it for stuff. I have oh no, I do not have a gallon of embalming fluid anymore. I have a brazier.
Sorry, you say a
brazier,
a brazier or a brazier?
I meant brazier, not a brazier.
Oh, okay, I believe you have either in that bag of yours. I might
have a brazier in here. Hold on. No, I don't know what the brazier is for. I also have 10 stone giant toenails. Again, those are not ever going away. And I have 2 potions right now. A potion of flight and a potion of transformation. Oh, we had a long rest. I get another one. Haha. And then I'm just gonna focus on doing that while everyone
can... Did the people want anything when you dropped off the embalming fluid?
Didn't seem like it, no. It seemed that they're just, dealing with corpses.
They didn't want us to, like, come back in the morning or anything?
They might have. I don't remember. I slept so good, my brain is still a little foggy. I made a potion of healing just now, if anyone's curious.
I feel like they would probably want us to come back in the morning to just really, like, drive the plot a little bit, you know?
And the shame Drew. Good point. Let's go.
I don't want to go. I don't want to be shamed.
Oh, we're going.
This is Ilvem's little vacation for the day. You know how
That's not fair. I didn't get to vote on it.
The 3 of us are going to get to pick a location to go to for a little mini vacation.
I didn't pick this one, though.
You just did, though.
You did.
Here.
You did. No, you said, let's go. We're going. That's you picking it.
No.
Yeah.
I saw this in a book. It's a good idea to give each of your party members a little mini vacation they get to choose. So.
I mean, I agree entirely. I think that's great, but I refuse to have this town be my vacation spot.
I wish our elephant could fly. I wish Poppy could fly.
Why don't you learn the spell then?
I could make no, and I'm just getting ready for the day.
Okay, so y'all get ready. Eventually, you pack up, or do you pack up camp? Do you leave it there? What are you doing?
Say pack up camp.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't my vacation spot.
Yep, I'm gonna re-break.
Ilvum just starts tearing down tents. This is not my vacation spot.
I'm gonna
We're
re-break.
not staying.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-break the chairs and put them in my bag of holding. Just.
Okay. I love that method of storage.
It works.
Mending
Yeah,
is
alright.
a great spell.
The chairs are broken down. There's like little. They're like slowly getting
Oh,
like
yeah.
slightly smaller as like little pieces break off that you don't put back on.
Don't need them.
Just paint, just like a chip paint around the outs around like where you break them. All right, then y'all ready to start the day? Where are you headed?
I guess.
To the burial mound.
Yep, Ilvim's vacation spot. The burial
It's
mound.
not my
Yeah.
vacation spot.
It is your vacation spot.
Isn't.
I'm gonna choose a library
I'm gonna burn the library
with a
down.
giant owl spirit inside of it.
And then you're gonna
Wild.
get Poppy stolen.
Don't put that back in here.
Yeah, you put those words back in your
I
fucking
am
mouth.
still livid about that episode of Avatar.
Right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
immediate rage I saw in your face, Justin.
Yep. We can all. Yeah, that is such a chat. Appa, no.
No spoilers. I'm only like 3 episodes ahead of that.
I mean, most of the thing is Appa no to getting stolen. But anyway, all right. So do you take Poppy over to the burial mound?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes.
and Xanorn too, I guess.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
He's just
thank
gonna
you,
follow.
Xanorn get to choose a vacation spot?
No.
Yeah, after your vacation.
No! This isn't my vacation, Drew. Stop it!
It is your vacation. It's okay to admit it.
Not!
But it is though.
All right. So you hop on your elephant. Xanorn walks as usual. The rest of you just kind of climber on up the ladder and just ride around the outside of the city. You can definitely see people like looking out windows and like peeking around buildings as just like an elephant is just kind of walking the perimeter of their town. And you go over to the eastern side of town where the burial mound is, and the path kind of leads right up to that door again. Looking at it, you can see that there aren't really any windows or anything set into it. It's just the door is the only opening.
Well-
See, it looks really suspicious. That's why I took them off.
It does, you're right, it does look pretty suspicious.
Who's knocking on the door?
I mean, you're the one who brought back the embalming fluid.
Yeah.
Drew stole it, so maybe she should knock on the door, though.
I was a spider.
Despite... Okay. Knock, knock, knock.
Okay. Minute passes, and then eventually you hear footsteps. The door opens, and you see the old woman from the previous night, Lady Hanali. Now she has, instead of her hair being down, her hair is up into a bun on the back of her head. She's wearing, instead of like a nightgown, she's wearing pretty like brownish gray, very simple like homespun looking robes with I forget what it's called. Not like it's like the holy person version of a scarf. I forget what it's called.
The scarf.
No, it's like the one. It's got like the symbol. I forget. Anyway.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
they like vestments?
Yeah. Basically, she's wearing like holy person vestments, and you can see
Sunday scarf.
repeated insignias of spinning wheels, the same symbol that Drusilla noticed, as well as a wooden holy symbol she wears around her neck in the shape of just like a miniature spinning wheel, with what looks like 3 very thin pieces of like not like thread, but like probably some kind of very thin metal, almost like a needle, but it looks more flexible, coming off the spinning wheel and kind of extending in 3 different directions to make it look like thread coming off the spinning wheel. And she comes up and says, "Hello. Oh, I remember you from last night.
Thank you.
Can I help you?"
For some reason, we all decided to come visit you this morning.
All right.
Drew wants to apologize.
Oh yes, my sister here wants to apologize for stealing her embalming fluid, and Hannibal just kind of
Oh,
shoves Drew in front.
I'm sorry.
well,
What?
For
For what?
what are you sorry for?
I'm sorry for stealing your jar of mysterious fluid.
And what are we not going to do again?
Steal jars of mysterious fluid.
I mean, you can steal jars of mysterious fluid for your brother Hannibal, but don't steal from these places, I guess.
It's a spider. How was I supposed to know?
As you can see, we're all very sorry about the mishap last night.
well, I appreciate you bringing it back, and I suppose apologies accepted. Although I have to wonder why you took it.
I'm just gonna look at Drusilla. Just why did you take it?
It was a mysterious liquid that I didn't know what it was, and he likes mysterious liquids.
I
so
do
I'm
like
just wondering
mysterious
if
liquids.
you would be able to tell what it was, and if you were doing some weird stuff, I wanted to make sure that we knew what you were doing.
Do you usually go into towns you've never been to before and investigate them for wrongdoing?
Yeah, that's pretty much what we do.
Who are you?
I'm Drusilla.
The Dream Team.
Nope, that's not the name we're going
Okay,
with.
I'm Hannibal.
I'm Ilva.
That's Xanorn and Poppy.
I can't do that noise.
I can't either.
I love you, Poppy.
Nanor's is like, hello.
We have a brother too, but he's not here right now.
Xanorn also apologizes.
Xanorn does, yes.
Yes, I do.
Why is he apologizing?
Because he inadvertently made you think about stealing it.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. When I asked who you are, I suppose asking who you are that you go from town to town investigating wrongdoing.
The Dream Team.
Nope, not that. Just a couple of siblings on the road.
Oh, all right.
Split siblings and Xandor and our elephant.
Yes. I suppose I should just say, well, be careful with that. If I had been less, well, if this had been a less merciful place, you might have found some issues for breaking in and stealing things. Other towns will not be as merciful.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, don't steal. Don't attack people sleeping. You know, those are all good things to live by, essentially.
That
Which
was
towns?
oddly specific.
What town? I heard someone got
which town?
I heard someone got attacked while they were sleeping in the last town we passed through.
Yeah.
I think they just chalked it up to somebody falling asleep in their campfire, and I think that's okay.
Oh, is that what happened? That's good then.
I think
Cool.
that's
Good.
that's what happened.
I
But
was worried for a moment that if I fell asleep, I'd get assaulted by like some fire. So,
Yeah, them crazy magic users out there.
totally.
Okay, well, we're not gonna take up too much of your time, unless there was something you needed help with, so we could kind of atone. But if not, we'll probably just head on out, unless you know if there's anybody who needs help with anything in the
I don't
village
want to
before we
atone.
head out.
Shh. We're just gonna go.
All right. Well, thank you for stopping by. This was all very concerning, but stay safe. She just has a very worried look on her face as she looks back and forth between all of you.
Okay.
No promises. Let's go. Bye.
All right.
Do you
He's
need
gonna-
help dealing with corpses?
I'm sorry.
Do you need help with corpses? Like, if people
Well,
just curiosity, have people been dying mysteriously?
No, not
Okay,
not
never
any
mind.
more so than you were.
Bye.
All right, and then she just turns around and closes the door. You can hear the sounds of of the sandals she's wearing just kind of like slapping against the floor as she makes her way back inside.
See, we didn't have to do that.
I, for one, am very proud of you, Drusilla.
Yes, you
We
did a
didn't
good
have
deed.
to do that.
You were mature, you were articulate.
You didn't attack anybody.
You know, you're making a lot of jokes about that for someone who is still on very thin ice about it.
I forget what we're talking about already.
All right, well, onto the road, I suppose.
Yeah, sure. I guess, yeah.
But what if there's something cool in this town?
We should probably cut through the town, I think, maybe, and then just see if there's supplies we might need, just in case. Maybe they'll have the supplies I need, like the spell paper or in the ink.
We can definitely ask around.
Do you think that woman is actually a woman? Like, do you think she's actually an old woman, or she might be a creature in disguise?
I didn't get any tinglies, so I assume she's probably pretty good.
I just have a feeling, you know, all that saggy old person skin, there's an easy way for something to hide underneath all that.
Ew.
Okay.
Like blankets.
I don't want to think about that.
Well. Alright. So are we gonna go through town then and just see what's up in
Well,
the...
see, now I'm thinking that that very lovely old lady is like a corpse eater and she's defiling the dead in there.
Oh, she could be. Wouldn't that be so much fun to deal with, though?
Ugh,
I have an idea.
it'd be a pretty cool story.
It would be. But I think... if we just barge in and attack an old lady, we'd be criminals.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
We're not like Drew, we don't just steal and attack people willy-nilly.
Oh, that's real rich coming from you.
I thought they were a bandit.
I thought she was an evil woman.
Well, now I think she's an evil woman. No one is that friendly. No one.
I'm not friendly.
Nah.
Now are you both?
Listen, it's
You
not
kinda-
my fault.
you-
You are both the most infuriating people I've ever met in my life. I am a naturally very cheery person, and I will not take this slander on my name.
There's an air of There's an air of sass about you, though.
Yeah, you're very.
It's like a back note.
Like it hits you in the throat.
Yeah, it does. Real hard. Kinda. Nope. So,
We're not going there.
makes you gag sometimes. So, I think the best step forward is we go through town, see if there's any supplies we can get, and then we do stuff.
Yeah, that's the plan.
We could ask about the old lady and see if she's like mysterious, eats people.
You know, I just feel like the last town we were in, it seemed like a really unassuming town, and then we got to fight like a full-on actual demon.
Yeah. Oh,
So I just like I wanna know what little secrets this place has. I'm really curious.
true. That could be fun, right? Like I'm
Yeah.
tired
You
of
get
just...
another ring.
Yeah, another ring. I guess we could just like take some pee breaks again. You know, a lot of fun stuff to do. I could try talking to people again.
I could also do that, but separately from you.
Okay. Xanorn, what do you want to do?
I guess I could stay out. You know, if you all want to go into town for a bit, I don't think Poppy will fit, but I could stay outside town and do the old, you know, elephant rides thing we did in the last town. Make some more money.
Smart.
You heard it here first, everybody. Xanord wants this to be his vacation, and I, for one, am willing to give that to him.
I still
works
think
for me.
It's your vacation.
No,
You were the one that was like, I want to know what all the little secrets are.
Nope, I never said that.
it's 2-1 now, so I agree with Ilben.
Why do you hate me, Hannibal?
I don't know. I don't hate anybody. I hate.
There's one
I hate
person.
lots. I hate lots of people, but I don't hate any of you anymore. I did at the start, but I don't now.
Yeah, that's fair.
You all took me out of the comfort of my lab, so
Yeah.
Yeah, this can be I mean, this can be my vacation, I guess. I mean, this whole thing's kind of a vacation for me, so
no,
I don't care.
wunderbar. Maybe you should charge a little extra this time for elephant rides.
Oh yeah, okay. I think what I was charging like 2 silver last time.
Yeah, give them like extra things to do.
Like what?
Uh, that's a good question. Um, uh, okay. Since it's a new dawn, I'm going to fill my alchemy jug with salt water. That's 12 gallons. And out of the bag of holding, it's now filled with salt water. I'm gonna set it on the ground. Maybe have Poppy spray the kids with salt water. Like fun.
Okay.
Like fun, not in like, but like water
Like a
sprinkle.
misting.
Yeah, like a mist. Like it's fun. Like it's a fun like what? It's like kind of it's hot out. Do a little.
Maybe Drew should tell her about it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, we could get like if there was like a river or something nearby, then like they could like be playing in the water with Poppy. But this just kind of sounds like Poppy's just gonna run out of like a bucket of water in like 2 sprays.
Yeah, I don't think
Why
that's
do you
enough
hate me,
water.
What? What?
Why do you
It's
hate
the
fun?
hat.
Why do you hate fun?
I don't hate fun.
Now I have 12 gallons of salt water.
Drink it.
No. I don't drink salt water. I can breathe water. I don't drink it. I don't drink salt water. You'd get very dehydrated and parched and sick if you drank salt water.
You'd
Fine.
be okay.
I put the alchemy
You'd
jug
be
back.
okay.
I put it back in the bag of holding. Huh. Fine.
Well, on that petulant note, let's go.
I'll figure something out.
If they want to play in the water, it's a gold piece.
All right. I'll keep that in mind.
Excellent.
Just like when Hannibal isn't looking at Elvum, it'll just be like, it's not a gold piece.
We're gonna be so rich, everyone.
Oh, so rich.
My passive perception's real low, so that's 12, but that's not great. All right.
Hey, so y'all leave Xanar, and he's like, if we're gonna keep doing this, we may want to like get a sign made or something.
Fantastic idea.
I wonder if I have that spell.
Like we could even just get like a big one. We just kind of like drape over Poppy, like across her back, like it would say it on both sides. Like we don't have to stand it up.
Mm-hmm. Good idea.
Like a tapestry.
Yeah.
Xenon, you also might want to smile a bit when kids come by.
I smile.
Okay. I don't want to have to use my wand of smiles on you.
Yes, you do.
I kind of do. Remember when I did try to do it on Sid? Was it Sid? I
No.
don't remember.
I don't either.
Well,
I think it was Sid.
oh,
And
okay.
Sid was like, no, I'm not going to smile.
Makes sense. That's thematic. Alright. Where do you think Sid is right now?
Probably back in Pyre.
Probably sweating profusely while looking at that hot monk, being like, damn, that's a hot monk.
Are you sure he's sweating because he's looking at them or from some other rigorous activity?
He seems kind of like a little baby, so probably just
Oh.
the looking thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a good thing Sid's not here. You'd get punched in the face.
Eh,
Man, you know what we should do next time Sid shows up? I still think we should do it. 2v2 spar. Me and Elvum against Drusilla and Sid.
as long as we ban heat metal.
No!
Yeah, no heat metal. Me and Elvum can fly. Yeah, it'd be fun. No heat metal.
If you get to fly, I get heat metal.
Fine. I get,
Alright,
I
that's
get-
fine.
I'll use Firebolt once I get Fireball. I'll use Fireball. you can burn people, we can burn people. Good, fair.
Different kinds of burning, but
I'd
sure.
rather get hit by a fireball and not get burned by scalding armor that I can't take off my body.
Nah.
You're just having this conversation as you're just like
Yeah.
walking
As you're
over
walking,
towards the
yeah.
town, yeah. Walking across the tall grasses that separate your campsite from the town. You can see
Tall grass.
or Zan, oh yeah, before you leave, Xander's like, "Wait, can I have a chair?"
Oh, yeah. I run over, pull out the broken bits of chair. Do you know how to build one?
Does he? Let me check.
Don't worry about it, and I start mending it. Just in case you can't build
He
a
does,
chair.
he does not have mending.
So I'm gonna like mend the chair
Mm-hmm.
with 3 legs. I lost one of the legs. You're gonna be missing a back leg.
You've lost a leg in a bag of holding.
Yep.
How do you lose something in a bag of holding? I'll figure it out.
I have lots of stuff in here.
Don't you just think about it and it comes into your hand?
Nope.
Okay.
Just try not to lean back in the chair.
You're like currently setting Xanon up to be like the campaign BB.
You know what? Oh,
Gotta
look,
give me-
Xenon, I found it.
Should have given me that chair leg. Now the world's got to end.
I found it. Look. And I'm gonna mend it on. I'm gonna mend it on upside down. No, it's not like super glue. Mending is not like super glue. I'm gonna mend it
Yeah.
on normally. Just
Okay.
that would be.
I was gonna say
fun.
also like that's pretty much accomplishes the same thing. It's just like one's the downward end is just pointy.
The chip might be a little lopsided.
Yeah.
All right.
It's on
Xenon.
grass though, so like.
Oh yeah. All right, Xenon. Good luck.
Thanks. I'll let you know how we're doing for profits. You know, let people know as you pass them. Send them my
Yeah,
way.
Gold piece. If they want to get thrown in the river by Poppy. Okay. And I rejoin the others.
Okay. Hey, so I'll head into town. It looks like a fairly well-off town. Another place where you've got the main thoroughfare through town looks like it's brick, so just like a bunch of bricks just kind of packed down into the dirt, giving like a fairly even walkway. Looks like, you know, it's gotten enough traffic that it's kind of just been like pounded flat over time and almost level with the dirt underneath it.
Pounded flat.
Oh
Chill.
boy.
Worse than my 14-year-old students.
Yep. I'm
You
proud
love
of it.
us. You love us.
But yeah, so you can see. It looks like they might have a fair amount of supplies here. So hard to tell. So what y'all looking for?
First person I see.
Weapons.
Yeah. Yeah. Parchment and ink for my spells. So. Hello.
Oh, God.
Just people just kind of look at you from a distance.
Hello. And I'm gonna point to a random person.
Mm-hmm.
Can you come here for a second? I want to ask you questions about where I can buy stuff.
All right, yeah, you see like a woman making her way down the street, like sorting through some papers, and then she turns around and is like, "Me?"
Yes, please. Hello.
She takes the paper in her hand, like stacks it up with the others, folds them over, and then walks over to you. How can I help you, sir?
Hannibal. Does this place sell like magical parchment and ink to fill my spellbook up with?
We may have some at the general store.
Seems unlikely, but thank you for your help. Also, do you have children?
Me, myself?
Yes, please.
No, I don't.
Do you know where we can find children?
You know, I really need to get going.
Okay, have a beautiful day.
You too, sir. And she just immediately hurries off in another direction.
Low wisdom is so fun.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Children? Yes, please.
Oh man,
Oh my God.
why did she seem so scared of me?
Because you're weird. That was so weird.
I just asked if she knew where we could find children.
You were so intense about it. I thought you were gonna bite her.
I've never eaten human flesh.
I didn't say anything about eating.
Oh. I'll do better next time, Ildem.
Okay.
I promise.
You have this real manic gleam in your eye, you know?
I always have a manic gleam in my eye.
Yeah, maybe tone it down.
Okay, I'll close my eyes this time and talk
Nope,
to somebody.
nope.
Okay,
Nope, I changed my mind. The manic gleam is fine.
excellent. Oh, I'm gonna yell at her as she's walking away. Also, if you like water, we have an elephant outside of town that can spray you.
I don't know. Is there actually a river? Like, or was Xanorn saying it would be nice if there was a river?
It could be nice if there was a river.
I could have left my. Well, you know, I have a perfectly good alchemy jug here.
12 gallons of seawater.
Well, oh no, wait, I have drank seawater before at the Onyx Cat.
Yeah, you can drink seawater just fine.
Well, it's kind of hot out.
Okay, I
As
think
we're
I'm
walking.
gonna split off and go do some solo chats.
Okay,
If you-
okay. I shall
Drew?
split up as well. Cover
No.
more ground.
No, Drew,
Yeah,
please.
yeah.
Drew, please make sure he doesn't do anything insane. Please.
What am I supposed to do?
Remember that time he tied you up?
No.
You want me to tie him up?
No.
If he gets reckless,
I think
Just-
you should do it.
just keep each other in line. Don't do anything. Don't light anything on fire.
Don't
Don't
steal
throw-
anything, Drew.
A single
Don't
firebolt
steal anything.
in city limits. No stealing. Talk in a nice, gentle manner to people.
Are there
Don't point.
Are there people walking around while we're having this conversation?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, it's a town, so
we're
it's
not
like
gonna
like a city.
burn anything.
You can see people who weren't listening now turn and look in your direction, like they just keep
Do
walking
any of them have
faster.
children with them?
Let me check. Roll for children. Yeah, you see a couple kids.
I'm gonna run over.
You see, like, parents walking with their kids as they see you hurrying over. They like grab their kids and pull
No,
them
no, no, no,
closer.
no. You have children. I want to. We have an elephant outside of town if your children want to play with it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a gold piece to do the extra activities with the elephant. But 10 silver just to play with it.
It's just the same thing.
No. Playing and activities are different.
No,
Playing
but
is fine.
10 silver and a gold piece are the same thing.
Oh, that's right. 5 silver to play with it. 1 gold to get the extra activities, if you know what I mean.
Well, like the little girl is like starts tugging on her mom's dress. It's like, "Mommy, mommy, can I play with the elephant?" We'll think about it, dear. Thank you so much.
Have a beauteous day.
You too. And then they just like start just shoving their
If you
kids
go
down
to the
street away from
elephant,
you.
say Hannibal sent you. Hannibal. They ran away again.
I have left at this point.
Oh!
Okay.
Bye.
Oh! I turn around and no one's there. Oh!
Oh no! Last time Hannibal was left alone, he got banned from an inn for spraying it with
Well,
dog shit.
off to the general store.
Arf!
Hello,
I'm also
Moloch.
gonna cast enhance ability on myself for charisma.
Moloch,
Okay.
why didn't you help me out with talking to those people? It would have helped so much. I could have been like, look, I have a dog.
Two-headed death dog.
True. Don't bite the children. They might die.
He is getting to the point. I think I mentioned he's getting to the point where he's like, you're having a hard time fitting him in the pocket. Like he's sort of like half hanging out of the pocket now. When you put him in, he's like probably getting to be about like this big at this point.
Moloch,
So
I might have to look into a leash or something for you. Leashes are stupid, though. I don't believe them. I don't like them. Meh, we could put Ilvim on a leash, maybe. Anyways.
Silva might like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Come this way. Oh, we got raided.
raid, yeah.
Um, yeah, looking for the general store with Moloch.
All right, so you're heading over. Yeah, you're heading to the general store. Ilvin, where are you going?
I'm gonna kind of look for the more seedy parts of this town. Maybe hit up a tavern to chit chat with locals.
Okay, and where's Drusilla going?
So let's go find some weapons.
Okay, so like a blacksmith, tavern, general store. Perfect. Ilum, you're gonna have a hard time finding like a seedier part of this like farming community, but you can do your
That's
best.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah. You
I,
find
I'm,
the
I'm,
seediest part.
if there's no real seedy parts, that's fine.
Mhm.
I just wanna interact with people who like look like they have the hot goss, and you know, I'm
Mhm.
just here. I'm just here to have fun.
Okay. All right. Let's go reverse order then. Start with Drusilla.
All right, I'm gonna find a blacksmith.
Okay. Are you like asking around? Or you're just like walking, trying to find one.
Would she know a blacksmith? She's gonna ask around.
Okay.
Just like, look something. Hey, hi, hello, hi.
Hello.
Is there a place to buy weapons here?
What kind of weapons?
To fight with?
Right. But
She's
what
doing so good.
kind of weapons?
Thinks back to what Zanhorn told her that he could use the sword.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think our blacksmith might have a sword or two.
Oh boy.
Where is that?
Her shop is on the outside wall of town. Just if you go 2 streets that way, and then about halfway back, you'll see it. Listen for the hammer and stuff. She's probably working right now.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Person turn. Right. Yeah, you make your way down the street, and you can see basically just like wrought iron like anvil sign hanging out over kind of like an awning style roof that's open, just kind of like open to the elements. No real name or anything. It seems like this might be the only blacksmith in town, so it's just kind of like the blacksmith. No, you hear, and as you get within line of sight, you can hear, or as you get closer, you can hear the like ding, ding, ding sound of a hammer on an anvil. As you make your way over to the shop, you can see a woman standing there with she's got like a kind of just like a piece of like a cloth mask wrapped around her face and some kind of like smoked glass visor over her eyes as she's working on metal. It's like sending up showers and showers of sparks as she's banging away at it, wearing like a heavy leather apron and heavy leather gloves.
She's just gonna walk in.
Okay. As soon as you get like under the awning, it gets a lot hotter in there as the heat from the forge is kind of like trapped underneath the roof. She looks very focused on her work. As you get closer, you can see it looks like she's just like you see her finish up what looks like a horseshoe, and then just like take some tongs. And I don't know if you quench. I don't think you quench horseshoes. I think she just takes it and just like sets it off to the side, and then just like gets started on the next one. It looks like she's just cranking out horseshoes today, basically.
Just gonna stand like awkwardly, kind of looking around.
Just like wander.
Yeah.
Okay. Eventually, she looks up, and you hear kind of like her muffled voice. Like, oh, a customer. Sorry, 1 second. She finishes up a couple more hits on a horseshoe and takes it off the side, and then undoes the cloth mask, takes off the goggles. You can see like an outline of soot on the upper half of her face, like around where the goggles were, and then like the lower half of her face is clean. She pulls the gloves off and says, "Hi, how can I help you?"
I was told that you might make a weapon, a sword, maybe, or you might have one.
Yeah, I've got a couple. Not a lot of call for them out here, but I've made a few in my spare time. Yeah.
I am looking for a sword for my friend.
Okay. Why don't I go get the swords I've made, and I can bring him out here and show him to you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. She goes inside, comes, and eventually comes back out, kind of with like a big bundle, like long piece of leather that's kind of like wrapped up, and you can see like various hilts of swords sticking out the top. She takes it and lays it down on a nearby table and unrolls it, and you can see she kind of spreads out a variety of swords of shapes and sizes, probably no more than like 7. Although, a varying like shapes and sizes, kind of. She says, "There you go. This is what I've got. This is what I've got." So
And they're all different?
yeah, you can see basically you've got like probably like one great sword, a couple long swords, a short sword, maybe 2 with like curved blades on them, like a scimitar.
Okay. Walk me through what they did. Assume I know absolutely nothing about a sword. Which one is the best?
I guess that kind of depends. So she kind of like walks down the line and says like, well, so we've got this 2-handed one here, and she picks up the great sword, and it's that's a pretty sizable sword. She picks it up, so looks pretty heavy. Lifts it up by the handle and pulls the sheath off of it, and you can see that it's you would have a hard time like holding this thing up given just the length and like size of it. She seems to be holding it, using it very easily, but still keeps 2 hands on the handle. This is for a bit less finesse and a bit more just kind of bashing through defenses. It'll really do a number on armor, but it'll damage the edge up here a little bit. You pretty much want to keep this sharp and only use it against armor if you're really need to. But yeah, mostly kind of unwieldy, but packs a punch. And then sheathes in, and she kind of gestures at the row of long swords and says, "These are, you can use them either 1 or 2-handed. These are kind of the your average bread and butter kind of sword. Still have to be pretty strong to use these, but they're pretty everyday use. And then these ones over here," and she points to the short swords and the scimitars. She says, "Kind of similar, honestly, in terms of use. These she points to the scimitars. These are kind of actually just a little more fancy. The curved blade does certainly help with cutting, but functionally they'll perform more or less the same in a fight. These ones are a little bit lighter," and she takes 2 of the short swords and unsheathes them, and you can see like they fit easily in one hand. The handle length is pretty much set to be one-handed. Like there's nowhere to really grab onto it for a second hand. She takes them, she kind of just like spins them around a little bit. You can see there's a little bit of like practiced grace in how she moves the swords. She says, "So these are a little bit more nimble. You don't have the same reach that you do with the other ones. You got to get a little bit closer, but definitely a lot more nimble and quick than the other ones I've got." And she slides them back in their sheets.
And your prices are?
Let me think. For the big one, I'll have to charge you. There's a lot of metal, and it took a while to make, so that would be 50 gold pieces. Long swords, I go for 15. The short swords, 10. The scimitars, there's a lot of workmanship into that, so I'd have to charge like 25 for either of those.
Okay, and she's gonna think, because I, as the player, don't remember what Zenwin said he can use. What of these can he use? Are you not gonna tell me?
I thought you were checking your notes. I'll tell you. Yeah.
No, I don't have it written down.
I think he said, yeah. I think he did actually mention scimitars.
Okay.
But yeah, he basically said like lighter weapons is what he prefers.
Okay. You get him a short sword and a scimitar.
Okay, that'll be 35 gold pieces then.
I will give her 35 gold.
All right, she takes it, just like thank you very much. And she, she's got them all sheathed up and everything. She says, if you want to just give me a second, I'll get these all polished up and get the leather oiled and everything and ready for travel. I'll be honest, they've been sitting for a while. Not a lot of people come through buying swords around here. I'm used to hammering out horseshoes for coppers. So thank you very much for your business. I'll make sure these are nice and ready for you. I'll give them one last sharpen so they're really ready to go for you.
Okay.
Yeah, and she takes the majority of them back inside and then goes about like sharpening and cleaning up the blades and polishing them and everything, making sure the leather on the sheaths is nice and oiled and isn't getting too dry or cracked. While she's doing that, we're going to go to Ilvem, heading for a tavern.
Here am I, heading for a tavern.
You do not have a hard time finding a tavern in this town, not because there's a lot of them, just because they're pretty much all on the main street. It looks like, from what you can see, looking past one end of town, it looks like there's a lot of farms to the south of here. And the tavern is probably where a lot of people come after a day working on the farm to kind of relax and hang out. This is still morning though, so you go in and there's not a large crowd inside. You can see a couple of people, mostly elderly, just kind of sitting around. A couple of them are playing looks like some kind of board game, probably dragon chess you see out of the corner of your eye. Just a couple of old people hunched over, just very slowly making moves back and forth, passing the time.
I'm gonna go hang out with them.
Okay. Yeah, they're sitting there and make a move, and as you come over, you can hear just someone just being like, "So how are your kids doing?" "Well, drought hit them hard last year, so this year they're trying to see if they can recover. If they can't, they might need to sell the farm." "Oh, that's terrible." "I know." And then you come over, and they both just kind of look up at you and, "Morning."
Hi, the name's Ilvem. How are y'all doing today?
"Doing well. Nice to meet you." You can see their eyes flickering up from your face occasionally.
Yeah. You mind if I sit? I'm new in town.
No, yeah. Pull up a chair.
Oh, pull up a chair.
Okay. Yeah, they definitely as you're pulling up the chair, you definitely catch both of them just staring at the halo. And then, but when you turn back around to bring the chair over, they bring their eyes back down.
So, have you lived here long?
All our lives, yeah.
Cool. Anything crazy about this town? You ever get into any wacky shenanigans?
They both kind of think for a second and look at each other before they say, "Yeah, did you come into town from the north or the south?"
That's a very good question. From that way.
They both lean and they think for a second. All right. Well, if you go south from here, you might hit Pelham Dairy Farm. Well, there's a bit of a weird thing there. Pelham, the farmer there. Well, one of his dairy cows got out one night. It was a couple months back. Got out one night, wandered into the woods, and a night of full moon, and I don't know if it had anything to do with it, but people seem to think so. Cow came back bright pink, and I never been down there myself.
Strawberry milk now?
Now the milk comes out tasting like strawberries.
Oh wow, that is weird.
People come from villages all around paying their savings just to get a glass.
I'm gonna have to try it out.
That's the biggest thing we've got here. Biggest thing is this isn't even strawberry country.
That's wacky. That I can't even believe.
Definitely some strawberry farms further south, New Alwa. I think they might be going into harvest soon. Well, I might send one of my grandkids down there to pick me up a bushel, see if I can save them, see if I can get them to last through the winter. I do love a strawberry. They're very sweet.
So much better than apples. Yeah.
That's true. The apples keep. You set them. You put them. Pack them into sawdust in a barrel. They'll keep you through the winter. Might get a
Oh, I
little
didn't know
mushy.
that.
Might get a little mushy, but at my age, that was kind of helpful.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know if there's like a place where like the farmhands hang out?
Oh, usually they'll come in here most nights, most evenings, but probably all working, working at the farms right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm traveling and I'm writing a book, and so I just want to like kind of chronicle like the interesting life stories of people. Was there anything you ever got up to in your youth that might be worthy of the book?
Oh no, I've been a horse farmer all my life. Mostly, most exciting things I did. I did a couple rides when I was much younger. Went out into the country and rounded up some wild horses with some other friends. Went made some good money bringing them back. Of course, we had to bring them back to our ranch, and we had to train them up, break them in, and everything, get them ready to be ridden and whatnot. But going out camping under the stars, watching out for roving animals and monsters in the woods. I would
Are there
say I've
lots
been
of
on an
monsters in the
adventure or
woods?
two. I'm sorry?
Are there lots of monsters in the woods?
Oh, no more than anywhere else. You know how it is. If you've been traveling, you know how it is. Just got to
I've
keep an eye out.
not come across a single monster yet.
Well, you're lucky then.
Apparently,
Istis must have her eye on you then.
yes. So about that, is that like, um, is it? Is it a religious town?
Much as anywhere else, yeah.
You all pretty much just follow her.
Yeah. Oh, only places one of the few places around here that still keeps to the old ways before the Silver Flame came in. No offense to them, no ill will or anything, but we've been an Istis worshipping town. My ancestors worship, my ancestors worship, so we've never really caught on here.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Um, the wise old grandmother in the hill. What's her name? What's she all about?
Oh, in over in the Barrow, yeah, Lady Hanali, yeah, Lady Hanali of the Barrow. Oh, she keeps our dead. Priestess, she's a holy woman too, so keeps and tends the dead, makes sure that does the burial ceremonies, speaks words over people when they fall eventually, but
Yeah, cool, cool. And she's like definitely a person.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean by that.
Well, I mean, if you look at me, obviously I'm not entirely just a person.
They both pause and just kind of look at you. I don't know if I take your meaning entirely, but all right.
I mean, look at it, There's like something more than just being a person there.
All right.
So I was just wondering if she had any funky stuff going on with her too.
None I've ever seen. She's lived here long as I have, maybe longer. When I was a child, she was a new priestess, so known her nearly my whole life.
Cool, cool. Mind if I get in on a game?
Oh, go ahead. And then the one you haven't been talking to is like, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go empty and then get a refill. I'll be in the back alley. He gets up and kind of shuffles his way towards the back door of the tavern.
So you said you're a horse farmer?
Well, I was. Retired myself.
He's like, no.
Now I just put it around here, play games with old Horace there, and wait for my grandkids to visit me.
So you're no longer selling horses?
No. Passed that business down to my son years ago.
Do you still have any like leeway on that? Like, say if we were to make a wager, right? Would you be able to wager a horse?
Oh, I don't know if I could wager a whole. I have some of my own, but I don't know if I'm don't know. I usually just come in here to play friendly games. I don't know about wagering.
I can put up
horses.
20 gold pieces.
I don't know if I. Oh, well, that would make me a persuasion check to fleece this old man.
Went on so long about strawberries. Old people, they just love to talk.
I do appreciate the old man noises you're making. Like, ooh.
Persuasion, you say?
And it's been less than an hour, so you still have that advantage from enhanceability.
It's gonna be a 23.
Nice.
Okay.
Let's fleece some old people.
Well, for 20 gold, I could afford. Sure. I can't be doing this every day, but it makes it more exciting. I haven't lived. Yes.
Yeah, live a little. Have a little
No.
fun.
He has a heart
Have
attack
a-
during the game.
Come have a seat. Come have a seat. Sit down there. And he goes by. He starts like kind of ending the game he and Horace were having, setting up his pieces, setting the pieces up on either side. Like, well, I'll do the neighborly thing and let you go first. He spins the board around so you get the pieces that go first.
Oh, that's very, very kind.
He gestures to you.
Do I know how to play dragon chess?
I don't know. Are you proficient with dragon chess sets?
I am not. I'm proficient with painter's tools.
Okay.
Just like being.
I will say we're gonna do. If you were proficient, you could add your proficiency bonus. So I'm gonna say let's resolve this with either an intelligence or wisdom check.
Wisdom. Okay. Tight. Just like a wisdom check.
Yeah, just so it would be because it would be proficient if you were proficient in dragon chess set, but since you're not, it's just wisdom.
Okay. Cool. 18 plus 2.
All right, so this old man got an 8. So yeah, you like. It's it's one of those things where it's like, you know how to play. You're not proficient. You haven't like practiced a whole bunch, but you're like, I know the rules. I know how the pieces move. I know like, what to. I know how. I know what the goal is and everything. So this old guy, like, it looks like he knows what he's doing, but you can see he's definitely distracted by those thoughts of what he could do with 20 gold. And at the very beginning, he makes a few really bad moves that you catch and are then able to capitalize on. And you just start taking pieces and taking pieces and taking pieces, and just it's almost a one-sided game. Like it's just it's one of those. It's like it's one of those things where it's like you take a piece. It's like he then tries to move it into a position where he could take one of your pieces. You take another piece, like he's not even like making any progress, and eventually, you can just see his face just falling gradually and gradually, as he just realizes he is about to have to give away one of his horses. And then eventually, yeah, you get to the point where you get him into checkmate, and the game is over, and he is beaten, and you can see he's just kind of like shrunk in his seat, basically, like his shoulders are hunched in, and his face is fallen, and...
I think your problem was you weren't very focused at the beginning, so it really set the dominoes up to fall pretty well for me.
Yes, that I could certainly see that. That was an excellent game you played. I'm gonna need another drink, but I suppose at some point then I guess I owe you a horse.
Yeah, you do.
All right. He leans down under his chair, picks up a cane, and hoists himself up onto his feet and makes his way over to the bar to get another drink. You see him drop some coins onto the bar. The bartender slides up a mug of ale, but then also pours him a smaller glass of some stronger-looking amber liquid that he takes, just shaking hands, and knocks it back and shakes his head, puts it on the bar. Then grabs the mug of ale and starts sipping on it as he slowly makes his way back. Sometime around now, Horace comes back in after being in the back alley and gets a drink too, and starts shuffling his way back over. He says, "So Milton, looks like you had a game while I was gone." So, "Oh yeah, Horace, I did. Well, we made it a little interesting, and I lost my bet, so oh, this fine traveler here, one of my horses. So, oh, one of your horses. Well, I bet one of my horses. Oh, one of the one of the horses. Yeah, one of the horses. Well, which one are you gonna give it? Well, I don't know. I have to take a look and see which one they want.
Fireball.
You put him out of his business.
Oh.
And as these two old men just kind of go back and forth and are just like going on and on,
Oh,
we'll switch over to
jeez.
Justin, heading for the
Oh.
general store.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
God.
Okay. Yeah, just walk into the general store. Not dealing with old men
Okay.
That you know of.
that I know of. Oh fuck.
The general's just like, hello, Sonny.
Just walk past.
You want to hear about their strawberry milk?
Do I get to the general store?
Yeah, so you get to the general
Okay.
store. You go in. You can see
Please
that it's
no.
got a counter that basically runs the full out. Like, the counter is pretty much like just inside all of the walls of the store. It's one of those stores where like all of the stuff is either in the back or like on shelves behind the counter, and you just kind of go in and tell them what you want. Pretty empty. You see a couple people in there talking to some shop assistants, asking for things. You know, getting like bags of potatoes and things set up on the counter, and you can see one person in the back, kind of like short hair that's like kind of pretty much like back to here, probably like with the hairline, dark short hair, wearing an apron, setting some things up on shelves. Looks like the one unoccupied person in the store at this point.
Okay. Hello, I am Hannibal.
Oh, I'll be right with you just a second. Let me just finish putting these up here, and turns around. All right, how can I help you? He's got just a wide curled up mustache, and just like smacks his hands down on the counter and just like, nice to meet you, stranger. Welcome to town. What can I get you?
It's nice to meet you as well. By any chance, this looks like it's going to be a long shot. But do you happen to have magical parchment and inks so I could add some stuff to this little spell book here?
You know what? I think I actually might.
What the fuck? Okay, excellent.
Let me go check real quick, and then I'll be right back.
Are there any other patrons in here?
A
Besides me
couple, yeah.
Still? Hi.
Hello.
What are you looking for?
Kind of just like gesture at the counter. It looks like they're doing grocery shopping. It's like potatoes, carrots, apples, a couple of jugs of some liquid, you know, opaque jugs you can't see inside of.
Are they with children?
Yeah, they have children. One child.
I see you have one child.
Yeah.
We have an elephant outside town. If your children are interested in playing with the elephant, we have a wonderful person taking care of that elephant.
Oh,
5 silver,
okay.
you get to play with the elephant as long as you want. 1 gold, and you get the fun activities that the elephant can provide, like carrying your children around, dunking them in water, you know, like little fun water sports.
Oh. Well, that sounds, what do you think? And then the little boy's like, can I, Dad? Can I? That sounds fun. I've never seen an elephant before. Well, if it's a real elephant, then,
Oh, it's very real. Very real. Her name is
Well,
Poppy.
how about this, son? Why don't you help me carry some of this stuff back home, and then if you're a good boy and you help me carry it all back, we can go take a look at this elephant. Okay. He's like starts reaching up on the counter, like trying to grab stuff. He's like, hold on. Eugene hasn't finished getting us our order yet. We just got a couple more things. We'll go. Just a second. Be patient. Okay.
So, yeah, an elephant outside town. Poppy, the person looking after the elephant is Zennorn. You can pay right now if you want, or you can pay when you get to the elephant. It's up to you.
I think we'll pay when we get to the elephant, but thank you very much.
You have a lovely child.
Thank you.
You have a lovely family. I am turning
Thank you.
Russian. What are your names again?
Oh, Uh, this here is little Vincent, and my name's Kent.
Kent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Hannibal.
Nice to meet you.
This is Moloch.
Is he still in your coat, or you have him like walking
He's still
around?
in the coat, yeah.
A cute dog.
Thank you. He is a death dog.
You don't say.
The bites contain high potent venom. Poison.
Sir, I've got your papers over here if you want the.
Oh, it was nice meeting you.
You
Kent.
too. Yes.
Oh, thank you. How much for the papers and ink?
Well, depends on how much you want. We've got
And how much for their groceries?
their groceries.
Yeah, how much?
I have to see what they're ordering, but I think it's probably say somewhere in the ballpark of about 4 silver pieces.
All right. Well, I'll pay for my stuff and their groceries.
Oh, very kind of you, sir. He goes and catches their shop hand and lets the guy know that the groceries are paid for, and then you can see them talking. And when the Kent sees that he hears that, he kind of looks over at you and just like tips his hat in a thank you
I
to
tip
you.
my hat as well.
And then the shop hand you're talking to says, "Well, it kind of depends on how much you got, how much you want. We have a limited supply, but turns out I remember correctly, one of the wealthier ranchers in town had a daughter that went studied some magic, so we had reason to stock up on some papers and things for her. Went back when she was living here. That was a couple of years ago, though, so it's
Oh,
a little dusty, but I don't think
she
the magic
doesn't
wears
live
off.
here anymore?
No. She's graduated since now, and I think she's off doing whatever kind of work magic people kind of do. I don't know.
Kill things, essentially. Help people with their problems. You don't happen to have any problems, do you?
Well, I got problems, but not ones I don't know if magic can fix.
What are they?
You
My
know,
brother, my brother that is good at fixing problems isn't here anymore. I can try to fix problems.
You know what, sir? I am a-okay. I am perfectly fine.
Okay. All right. Do you have anything about this town that stands out? That's funky, perhaps?
Well, biggest draw we've had in months is a dairy farm outside of town. Got a pink cow.
A pink cow.
Yeah.
Oh, why is it pink?
I don't know. Someone said it wandered in the woods on one full moon and it came back pink, and now its milk tastes like
Oh.
strawberries.
Oh, I have to tell the others. They're gonna be so excited to hear this. A pink cow that tastes like strawberries.
Well, I don't know what the cow tastes like. We haven't, killed it and tasted the meat or anything, but
Oh, of course. Me neither.
But people come from villages all around to come see the pink cow and taste the pink milk.
I'll have to tell Ilvem and Drusilla about this. All right. I'd like to buy 50 gold worth of these papers and ink, please.
Well, all right. I will get that for you. And he starts like counting out the sheaves of paper.
And I'll
And
know if it's 50 gold worth.
all right.
I'm a wizard.
Okay.
I have been trained
trying-
by the best wizard in the world.
Not trying to cheat anyone here. Just trying to do my business.
I almost said Grantar.
And he starts counting out the sheaves of paper, and he starts counting, setting out like several inkwells for you, and places them all together. So, all right, there you go, 50 gold worth of ink and paper.
All right. I dropped the 50 gold and the 4 silver for the groceries.
Okay.
You are a wonderful person. I now have 69 gold.
Nice.
Nice.
Actually, you have groceries, correct? Like potatoes and meats and stuff?
Yes. Well, for meats specifically, you're going to want to go over to the butcher. Only meats we keep are cured or salted, but
That's fine. We're
all right.
travelers, so I don't think like walking around with fresh meat might be the best sort of thing. Plus, I don't know if my other sibling Ilvem eats meat.
all right. Well, yeah. Well, if you want some groceries, just let me know what you want, and I can get you set up.
Potatoes?
All right. How many potatoes? How much you want?
Enough for like a week's worth of travel, do you think?
All right. He pulls out a like a little piece. It's basically like a little piece of charcoal and a little pad of paper, and he starts writing down your order. There's potatoes. Anything else?
What goes good with potatoes? I've never really eaten potatoes before. Salt?
Salt. We can get you some salt.
Like a pound of salt?
Yeah, we can get to that. Good with potatoes. Carrots, cabbage,
Ooh,
some meats maybe.
I've never
Make a
had
nice
carrots
stew.
and cabbage. Yeah, I'll take some like cabbage. I'll take some cabbage and some carriage. Um, carrots and cabbage and maybe some dried meats.
All right.
Just a week's worth of everything. I think sounds good.
All right. Let me. I'll get.
What 60? Do you think? How much was that going to cost roughly? Before I actually order it, actually.
Putting this together with the pound of salt. Let me check the price of salt today.
I think Xanathar's guide might have that.
I think so. Pound of salt's going to be a silver piece by itself, so that'll bring you 3 silver pieces.
All right, so I give him 3 silver pieces.
Thank you very much. I'll get this order right away for you.
Thank you so much.
And he starts bustling around the store, going into the back a little bit. Other things like there's like looks like they've got like a barrel of salt back there that he just like kind of scoops out of, and he sets up some scales to make sure it's exactly a pound. Gets you a big old just like burlap sack full of potatoes. Some bunched up bundles of carrots, just kind of like tied up by the stems coming off of them. A couple of heads of cabbage put together, and sets that all out for you. Says, "All right, there you go." And then some dried meats as well.
And how much for all of this, or did the 3-piece silver cover all of this?
That'd be 3 silver covered all of that.
Holy moly! Okay.
Yeah, we're wealthy.
Yeah. Having gold on your person is like
We're the
a lot.
the bourgeoisie.
It's really funny because you hardly ever spend gold in D&D, and you kind of realize when you start like spending it, how much like a gold piece really is.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. What was your name again?
My name?
Yes.
Folks around town call me Yancey.
Yancey.
Yes,
I
sir.
love it. I'm gonna tip my hat. Have a beauteous day.
You too, sir. Come back again sometime.
I most certainly will for more of these potato creatures. And I walk outside.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go, I guess, try to figure out where the other 2 went.
Okay.
Just
Wandering.
wandering.
As you exit the general store, there's a woman standing outside. She's wearing like a pretty nice looking doublet and a pretty nice looking doublet underneath like leather chest piece, and has a sword at her side. Looks to be a pretty functional, like not fancy but functional looking rapier. She is a purple tiefling.
Ooh, we stink.
With emerald green hair, eyes that match, and then small horns that just stick out of her forehead. And as you come out of the store, and she says, "Excuse me, are you Hannibal?"
Who's asking?
My name is Hope, Sheriff Hope. I was wondering if I could talk to you, ask a few questions.
Fuck. Sheriff Hope?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Hannibal. Do you want my siblings as well?
I didn't know you had siblings, but I'd just like to talk to you real quick.
Okay. Sure.
Let's step off to the side over here. Let's just talk real quick.
Okay.
So I've gotten a couple of reports from people stopping by, saying a suspicious character matching your description. Made some people feel uncomfortable, specifically people with children. You were asking about children.
Oh, yes, I was.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just gonna have to ask, what's the deal with that?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. I'm not good at communicating. My siblings helped me with that. We have an elephant outside of town, and we were just wondering if children would be interested in playing with it.
Okay, so if I go and I walk outside town, she points the direction you pointed, I'm gonna see an elephant. I'm gonna see everything on the.
Hopefully, unless Xehanort stole our elephant.
Okay, but I'm gonna see everything looks on the up and up, and we're not gonna be kidnapping children or anything like that.
No, I'm not fond of that.
All right. Got to check into these things.
Oh, I completely understand.
Suspicious strangers come into my town. I just need to make sure you're not.
We definitely look
not causing any
suspicious.
trouble.
Yes. A lot of old people here.
Well, yeah, it's town's been around for a while. I'd like to keep it that way.
How long have you been around?
I grew up here, same as anybody else.
Oh, So I have curiosity. Besides myself, has there been any other suspicious activity? You see, we're travelers. We kind of help people with their suspicious activities. I've heard about the strawberry cow, which I'm very curious about. But do you have anything that's like suspicious that's been going on that you might need outside help with, possibly?
Nope, this is a pretty quiet town, which is why, suspicious
Makes
folks
sense.
asking about children is pretty much the main focus of my day, apparently.
Alright, so when you found our elephant and our companion Xanorn, maybe you should tell him to tell us how to advertise the elephant better. He was the one that suggested I say, do you have any kids? So.
Okay. Right. Yeah, other than the strawberry cow, that's about all we've got, so.
Alright, well, I'm sorry that I might have scared people.
Apology accepted. Just
Growth.
be a little more careful in the future. All right. Have a good day, sir.
You have a beauteous day.
All right, and then she'll turn and start walking off in the direction of the elephant.
Oh, Moloch. That was so scary. I thought I was going to get arrested.
Again.
Oh.
All right.
I'm gonna. This is such a waste. No, it's fine. Let's go wander and look for the others.
Okay. You wander around. We've got Drusilla. You pretty much a little bit later. The blacksmith is finished up with the swords, the one short sword, the one scimitar. She takes them and hands them to you and says, "All right, here you go.
Thanks.
You're very welcome. Let me know if you need anything else."
Okay. I'm just gonna turn and walk out and
Yeah.
walk back to Xanorn.
Oh yeah. Ilvem, the Milton, the old man that you fleeced, eventually finally stops talking to the other guy. The other guy leaves. He says, "All right, well, let's. I suppose we'll have to get going over to my ranch, or my homestead. Take a look at my horses."
Sweet.
All right, this way. He's gonna walk outside. You can see outside. There was like off around the corner of the building. There's a horse tied up that he takes his cane, like sticks it into the saddle, like there's like a loop, and then he kind of clambers his way up onto the horse. It's a very slow process with lots of creaking and grunting. Eventually manages to get his way up. He says, "I hope you don't mind if I ride, but if I walked, we probably wouldn't get there till tomorrow."
Totally okay. You do what you need to.
All right. And then he starts walking you out the south end of town, in that direction. So you're heading that way. Drusilla, Hannibal, you're just like wandering around.
Yeah, like whatever direction I think might be best to find my siblings.
Okay. You spot Drusilla like pretty
excellent.
much heading towards you in the same direction that the sheriff went.
Oh, Drusilla!
Hi.
I have potatoes. I bought food
That's good.
for the road.
I bought weapons.
I almost got arrested.
For doing what?
Apparently, I scared people and made people uncomfortable when I was talking to them about their children.
Well, that's their fault.
I know. Ugh. Oh, you bought weapons.
Yeah, for Xanorn. So we can fight.
Yeah, he seems kind of useless. Alright. Where's Ilvem?
Gonna be honest, haven't seen him in a while.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, we have the
Hey.
sheriff coming to see Poppy right now.
We should probably go there then.
Mm-hmm. We should.
Power walk.
Yep.
Okay. They're hurrying in that direction. She turned around and left like pretty shortly before this, so you head out of town at your hurried pace. You get there, like, you see the sheriff just like hands resting on the pommel of her sword at her side, just kind of like slowly walking over and staring at Poppy, who you see like there's 3 kids around, like giggling and running around Poppy. Poppy's got her trunk around one of them, like little boy is just like picking the boy just like up and down.
Now throw him.
Yeet! Poppy,
Yeet the
yeet.
child.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Ah!
Dead.
Throw him into the river. Oh shit, there's no
There
river
is no
here.
river.
Throw him into my alchemy jug.
Yeah, so she's just kind of standing there at a distance, just kind of looking at it with an expression on her face that just kind of says, huh.
Hello, sheriff.
Hi again. Yeah, that's an elephant.
Say I was being honest.
Yeah, you were. Okay.
I'm an honest individual.
I'm seeing that now. All right. Well, good luck with your elephant business then.
Good luck apprehending criminals.
Don't have to luckily I don't have to very often, but you know, I'm gonna hope to keep it that way. But good day to both of you then.
You as well.
Yeah, turns and heads back to his town.
Oh my, Drusilla, guess what?
What?
This town does have something funky about it.
What?
A strawberry cow. A pink cow whose milk tastes like strawberries. Ilvem is going to be so surprised when I tell them.
Why is it pink?
I guess it wandered off sometime in the woods, and when it came back, it was pink and milk tasted like strawberries. I'm very curious.
Okay, that's not how cows do, though.
But what if we wander off into those woods and we end up turning pink? Like, this could be something going on. This could be nefarious. Have you seen all the old people that live here?
I really haven't.
Oh. I wonder if Ilvem has.
I'm a grand total of 2 old people.
The shop owner, the general store owner, his name is... I forgot his name already. Poor guy. It was like Pansy, Chancy, Wancy, Mancy, Dancy, Lancy, Crancy.
That's a long name.
I can't remember. It's one of those. It had an Ancy. Mance, no. It had one of those. It had ended in a C, Ancy.
Was his name not just Ancy?
Oh, it could be Ancy. Yes, I think it's Ancy.
I didn't get the blacksmith's name.
Oh, I paid for a family's groceries.
Why?
Because they're nice. Are they here by any chance? Kent?
You don't see them yet now.
Oh,
But it sounded like they needed to like go home and like
Screw you,
drop off their
Kent.
groceries.
screw you, Kent, you big dink. You dink. I paid for his groceries and he didn't come to play with my elephant.
I'm gonna go give Sandorn his weapons now. Okay.
I'm going to seethingly glare at the gate.
Okay.
You do that.
I wonder what Ilvem's up to.
All right. So you go over and you're gonna, yeah. Xandorn's kind of just like putting some coins away into the pouch he has for accepting payment. Standing off the side, he's about to go back and sit on his chair when you come over. He's like, "Oh, hey, town. I don't know how are things."
These are for you.
Oh wow. Thank you. He takes them from you and kind of steps around to the other side of Poppy, so he's not like drawing weapons near these children, but
Sheriff's gone, doesn't matter.
and he draws the scimitar out and like holds it up to the light, takes a look down the blade, like runs his, flicks his thumb sideways across it to test the sharpness, and he's like, oh, that's very nice. Sheathes it again, takes out the short sword, does kind of a similar thing to that one, inspecting it, inspecting like all parts of it and stuff, like shakes the handle side to side a little bit. He's like, yeah, these are well made, and thank you. I guess next time we're attacked by magic suits of armor, I'll be more helpful.
Yeah.
I should get back to manning the elephant. Just gonna put those like with his pack where all your stuff is kind of stashed off to the side, and he goes back over. Ilvem, you're on your way out of town with this old man.
Making pleasantries, I love hearing people talk.
Oh, he is happy to talk. You've pretty much gotten the life story of all 3 of his kids, and he's about halfway through his grandkids.
I'm thrilled.
When you he starts to turn off the road, where he's like, well, that's when little Milton Jr. Learned to walk. Of course, my granddaughter learned to walk first, but she was much younger, so we think he's a late bloomer. But we're here. Yeah, you can see it's not that far out of town. It's a nice looking house on a plot of property. It doesn't look like it has like farmland or anything around it. It's kind of just like the house he was retired in, a little 2-story brick house. But out back you can see like a fenced in pasture and a stable. And he brings this horse back and sets it up. Sets it back up in a stall, and you can see a couple more stalls running down, 4 more horses. And he says, well, all right, I suppose if I'm being fair, I'll have to let you take your pick.
Awesome. Just out of curiosity, how much does a horse usually go for?
Well, it depends on the horse, depends on who you're selling it to. There's a range based on training and things like that. Your average horse goes for about 50. Your average carriage pulling horse goes for about 50 gold pieces. Riding horse like one of these you could probably sell for 75. A war horse, I don't have any of those. Those can go for a couple hundred with their training.
Cool. Now, what do all the horses look like? Because I'm going to choose based off of aesthetics.
All right. You've got in here basically you've got the one he was just riding, which is a pretty like the medium sized riding horse, with a solid brown coat and like almost like stripe of white on the middle of the face. That was the one he was just riding to come here. You've got one that is about a couple more that are about the same size. One more is like solid white, with a white mane that's looks like it's been very nicely brushed. To the right of that one, you can see a paint horse, one of those ones that's kind of like white and brown splotchy. Again, about the same size. Then the next one over you see is just massive, like half again as tall as all the other ones. Another one that's solid brown, but just huge. And then the one next to that is like smaller than the rest of the horses and solid black.
Okay. And what does Xanorn look like again?
In general, just kind of like scruffy looking human.
What's his color palette? His hair color, his eye color.
Does he have a
ruddy complexion?
Hair color is pretty dark. It's hard to tell because like it's pretty much just like stubble coming in on his face and on top of his head because he looked like he was a little bit out of having his head shaved.
I thought he was much bushier than that.
He's got in terms of complexion, he's probably got some like a little bit more yellow undertones, but not really like a ruddy complexion. About average height, kind of unremarkable looking. Fairly gaunt, kind of almost gaunt features. Looks like he has been going without. You've gotten the impression he's gone without food for a while.
Okay. See, if I were choosing for myself, I would choose that pure white one, because how celestial is that? But for Xanorn, I'm really leaning more towards the black one,
The little one?
Yeah. I feel like it really encompasses his vibe of like one of the 4 horsemen of apocalypse,
Okay.
Shadowfax, show us the meaning of haste.
Yeah, I'm gonna choose that one.
Okay.
The kind of smaller, pure black one.
All right. Well, good choice. Good choice. Built for speed, that one is. So it'll be quick.
Awesome.
All right. Well, he goes over and he's like, I'll be a gentleman about it and give you her saddle and everything too.
Oh, that's very kind.
And he goes through the process of saddling her up and everything. Pets her face. Says, well, Gertie, this nice person is going to be your new owner. They'll take good care of you. Make sure you get your oats in the morning and in the evening and everything. She likes carrots and apples.
Ugh, apples. I'll make sure she gets lots of apples, though.
All right, take good care of her now.
Yes, will do. And then before I leave, I'm gonna hand him a pouch of 50 gold coins and be like, "You make sure to get something nice for your grandkids."
Thank you very much, traveler. Thank you very much.
It was a pleasure meeting you. Hopefully, we'll cross paths again.
You as well.
Okay, bye. And then
Oh.
I'm going to ride to the dairy farm.
Okay, so you just keep going down the road?
Yes.
All right. It's a little ways down, so like Hannibal and Drusilla, it's like getting into the afternoon and you still haven't seen Ilvim.
Do you think Ilvin's
Probably
dead?
fine. You're probably fine.
Oh.
You think Ilvim's dead? Probably fine.
God damn it! I wanted to use this for something else.
Don't. We'll get. Okay, if they're not back by dark, then you can use it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you two, I guess, are you just hanging out and like manning the elephant rides?
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're getting a fair number of customers here. You have eventually Kent and his son show up.
Oh, Kent!
Hello. You weren't kidding. That is an elephant. His
I
son
was
goes like
not.
running up.
Nope.
And he comes over and just. Yeah, he'll hand you the full gold piece. He'll say, "All right, let's. Well, you were kind enough to pay for our groceries. I'll give you something. I'll pay you back in kind."
Oh, thank you, Kent.
All right, so you hang out and do that. Ilvim, you're riding south.
Yes.
Eventually, you see, on the side of the road, you can see a sign that looks like relatively fresh, stood up on the side of the road that has just like a pink cow painted on it.
I love that.
Looks like it was hastily added over like whatever other iconography was on the sign, but has like been hastily added on afterwards. And then above and below it says Pelham Dairy Farm.
Iconic. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Make your way over and you can see other people kind of like standing around and like waiting. Probably like 4. Looks like the people from neighboring villages, a couple of like teenagers, and like one other person looks like they might be a traveler. Kind of all just like waiting around in front of the house.
I'll like strike up like basic nicety conversation with them all. Be like, "Oh, like how are you all doing today? Yeah, I just heard about this place. I'm really excited to try it out. Blah 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 blah."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you find out. Yeah, they're a bunch of teenagers that are like, it's the only interesting thing to do in their farming community. So they've like, saved up and are gonna go check this out. And like, the traveler you find out is normally a not a spice merchant, but works on spice merchant vessels. And has been recently took a sea voyage south, but is trying and needs to get back north to meet back up with their with his with another crew, but rather than pay for passage back north, he's just decided to walk it and just noticed this on the side of the road and decided to stop in.
Fair.
Eventually, a rather large barrel-chested man with a big belly that hangs over his belt and a bushy black beard and hair looks like it's kind of been like oiled back, and he's wearing like what looks like his Sunday best, basically. Comes out from the back, from behind. He's got the sleeves rolled up though, and he comes back and says, "All right, hello, folks. So who wants to see the mystical pink cow?"
Sure.
Yeah, everyone's like, "Ooh, me. All right.
Sure.
Right this way, everyone. Right this way."
Sure. Yes.
And he leads you all into the back, and you go into a barn. And it looks like he's kind of like set up the barn just for the cow. And yeah, you walk in, and you can see a bright pink dairy cow.
Hey, do you mind if can I just try something with the cow really quick? Do you mind?
Well, friend, that depends on what it is.
It's just a quick little magical spell that might be able to tell us what's up with the cow. You know, in case you're curious. I just didn't want to start casting without you knowing about it.
Sure. Go ahead.
Fireball.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation on it to try
Okay.
to clean it to see if
Okay.
it's just like died.
It is not. It appears that this cow's actual fur color is pink.
Cool. Wow, this is stumping me.
You heard it right here, folks. This nice person, this nice glowy person, well versed in magic, is verified that this cow is in fact a mystery. Now, you're not all just here to look, so he goes and he says, "Now, I know you all wouldn't, milk tastes better chilled, of course, but for the full experience, if you want to make sure that I'm not trying to pull your leg or anything, didn't just order some strawberries from down south." And he goes and he pulls up a stool and like takes a bucket and just like starts milking the cow. And it's like kind of just like an awkward couple minutes of you just like watching this guy milk a cow.
Yeah.
Like aside from the color, this is just like a normal thing to do on a farm. Then he takes the bucket over. It's like one of those buckets that's kind of got like not like a spout, but like, it meant to be poured into things on one side. He takes it over and he has a couple mugs set up and he pours one for each of you. And he says, "All right, folks, come over and give it a taste."
Fresh, warm milk.
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation on my cup of milk so that it's chilled.
Okay, so you cast it, and you can see it just like there's like a slight bit of frost that gathers around, mist that kind of gathers around the outside as the moisture in the air kind of like rapidly condenses around it, and you can see moisture start to bead on the outside of it, and you pick it up. It's a nice ice cold glass of milk.
Does it taste like strawberries?
Yeah, you drink it, and yeah, it tastes like sweet
like that
strawberries.
Nesquik syrup.
No, so not like that Nesquik syrup. It
So
tastes
good.
It's like you drink it, and it's the strangest thing. Like you drink it, and it not only gives you like the flavor of strawberries, but you can't really put your finger on it, but it feels like you just took a bite out of a strawberry. Like there's no like
chunky?
milk to it. It's not
Chunky
It's not
milk.
chunky though. No. It's like somehow the flavor and like it's like it has like the essence of strawberry
Milk with
contained
pulp.
within this milk.
Not as good as the Nesquik syrup then one.
Is there any way I could buy like 4 bottles of this?
It's funny you should ask. We do sell bottles of the milk. Yes,
10 gold each.
Great.
they are 15 gold pieces each. Only place in the world you can get it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right, I'm gonna really lay on the charm and be like,
Fuck.
listen, can I just get like a little bit of a discount for ordering so many, like maybe just knock it down to 10 a bottle.
Make me a persuasion check.
15
Yes.
gold for a bottle of milk. That's more than
Like,
that's
yeah,
more than
it slaps, but not that hard.
14 plus 9.
23.
Okay. He's like, he kind of comes in close and like leans in. He's like, well, you did help me out kind of with that magic trick you did. So, what? Yeah, for you, I'll give 10 each.
40 gold.
Perfect.
Just milk.
Uh,
Yeah, and then the merchant is like, yeah, I'm gonna take a couple of bottles of that. I can sell that. I can resell that back in Pyre for a good tidy profit.
Elvem is now fleecing a farmer, or is it the other way around?
Okay, great. Thank you so much. It was really nice. It was lovely meeting you. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Pelham.
That makes so much sense.
My name's Steve.
I'm gonna like kind of like pull him aside for a moment and be like, okay, I have to know if you know anything about how this happened. I understand if you want to keep it a secret from like the general public, and I promise I won't tell anybody, but I gotta know.
I can't help you, friend. All I know is she wandered off into the woods one night on a full moon. Thought I'd lost her forever, but next morning she came back, bright pink, and as you see her now.
Can I insight check?
You can.
We need to investigate this woods.
Oh,
Is all I'm saying.
It's not great. 11.
You get nothing off of him.
All right. Cool. Well, thanks for the milk. It was really nice meeting you. I gotta go. I have to make sure my siblings haven't burned the town down. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that sounds serious.
Yeah, you know how siblings are. They're a little rowdy, a little rambunctious.
I'm not rambunctious.
I wouldn't know. I'm an only child, but I'll take your word for it.
Okay. They also really lack social skills. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be like unloading onto you about them. I'm in a jet. I'm gonna get out of here. Gonna get out of your hair. Enjoy your milk. Okay,
you
bye.
too.
And then I'm gonna ride swiftly back to camp.
40
Okay.
gold for milk.
is Ilva lactose intolerant?
Who knows?
Where's Ilvem?
Hi.
Oh,
It's like the sun is just starting to set, and Hannibal's like taking out the scroll when you see Ilvem come riding on a swift black horse out of town. towards you.
Ilvem, you'll never guess.
Whose horse is that?
Whose horse is that?
More important things. Ilvem, you'll never guess what I found out.
Wait. Before you say anything, I have to tell you something.
But I want to tell you first.
No, there's this dairy farm.
God! Yeah! That's what I found out.
Well, I went one step further, and look what I have. And I'm gonna hand a bottle of milk to everybody.
Oh, Ilvem, you did it. I bought
And I will
potatoes.
have prestidigitation them all to be nice and chill, and be like, it's really revolutionary.
I take a sip.
Yeah, it tastes like it doesn't taste like strawberry flavored milk. It tastes like a strawberry.
This is very weird. How much were they?
They were really expensive.
Oh. I bought potatoes, carrots, cabbage, dried meat, and salt.
Oh, the guy I got this horse from said it likes carrots.
I have a lot of carrots.
Great. Anyways, Xanorn.
Yeah, you pretty much y'all pretty much like packed up the elephant business at this point. Like
How much did we make?
Xanorn is counting the
Oh, never mind.
counting the money. Let's see how you did.
500 gold each. Thank you so much.
Yes, because there were 1,500 children in this town. All of them came and visited.
Excellent. Thank
Well,
you.
after the parents stopped hiding them from Hannibal.
No, you get between the you get 30 gold is what was the profit for this town
That almost offsets the price of the milk.
Each or 30 gold total?
total.
Okay. How do we split this up?
Maybe we just like put it in a communal pile.
Smart.
Anyways, Xanorn,
Yeah.
it would make me really depressed watch you have to walk every day. So I got you this horse.
Wow, today is just a day for presents, huh? Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I did feel kind of bad because I played an old man in a game of chess for it, but really, he spends all day playing chess. You would think he would have been a little better at it.
Rolled a 4.
Just so everybody knows, I'm tracking the communal gold in my notes.
Okay, perfect, because I am not.
Same. I'm glad you're on it. You have the brain cell.
But yeah, there was a couple different ones. I thought this one just kind of looked like it would fit your whole vibe.
Well, yeah, he comes over and he starts like, petting the horses. What's her name?
I have no idea. He might have told me. I don't know.
All right, we'll see if we can figure that out.
Drew! You can talk to the horse and find out what its name is.
I'm gonna give him 5 silver pieces to be like, all right, this is to start you off, but you do have to pay for his oats and carrots and apples. The guy said he liked apples.
I have carrots.
Yeah. I'll work on that. Yeah.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals.
The horse isn't an animal, it's a fiend.
It's a nightmare.
Oh, that'd be so much cooler!
I feel like shit if Xanaron got the fucking nightmare.
But nightmare is so cool though.
It just makes it so much cooler.
Fits that
with his new weapons.
Fits that horseman vibe.
Yeah, the weapons that he's got, that you got him, he like has added onto his belt, and by belt I mean the piece of rope he uses to keep his pants up.
Oh man.
Honestly, by the time we get to Kekuhi, he's just gonna be like fucking just like blinged out.
Or his sugar parents, okay? Just accidentally become a sugar baby. Anyways, I'm casting Speak with Animals to talk to the horse.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you have cast Speak with Animals.
Here we go. Horse voice.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, you're so precious. Hi, I'm Drusilla. What's your name?
My old friend called me Gertie.
Your old friend. Who is that?
The nice man whose house I lived in.
Well, you got a new friend now.
I like new friends.
His name's Sanord. He's gonna take real good care of you.
Okay.
It's just shit. The name just like in one ear out the other. What did you say?
Gertie.
Gertie. Okay.
This
Her
is
name's
old lady.
Gertie.
All right, I'll keep that in mind.
Ask Gertie if she wants a carrot.
You want a carrot, Gertie?
Oh, yes, please.
I'll take a carrot out of the bag
Yeah.
of holding and like try to feed her a carrot. I'm not doing the flat palm thing because Hannibal's never really encountered a horse before.
Okay.
Oh, I hope he gets bit.
Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, here we go. First roll. No, not first roll. My first roll. Wah! That is on par. 9 plus 0.
Yeah, you're holding the carrot up and just like munch, and then just like catches your fingers and it just like crunches down onto your fingers.
Ow. Okay, thank you, Gertie.
Like still trying to get the little bit of carrot that was in your hand.
Oh, here. And I drop it on the ground because I don't know what to do. I panic. Ooh, so here you go, Gertie.
He like leans down, just like picks it up off the ground and starts munching, crunching on it.
You're supposed to open palm feed a horse.
Like this?
No, like this.
Like this.
Yes.
That makes more sense.
Were there not horses at your enclave?
I don't recall seeing many.
I really know.
Oh.
I've never seen a horse before. Till just now. Well, maybe travelers, but I've never experienced a horse up close before.
Wild. I learned how to shoot from a horse, like riding a horse when I was like 12.
How long ago was that?
Yeah, how long ago was that?
How long ago was that? Good question.
You were 12. How old are you now?
I think Ilvum's 20.
Jesus.
Baby.
So,
You are the baby of the group.
yeah, so that was 8-ish years ago. Because yeah, they
That's
got
how math works.
they got picked up at the age of 18 and then spent 2 years in the Enclave before it got attacked.
Mhm.
Well,
And that's on what? Our fucked up childhoods.
Yeah.
so, Ilven, we both
Yes.
discovered the pink cow. Well, the stories of the pink cow.
We did.
Do you kind of want to go explore that forest?
See, here's my thought process on the matter is that yes, I
Mhm,
do.
Me too.
But also I'm a little worried because I don't know how well I'll pull off being pink. Also, everyone said it was a full moon when it happened. And I don't know when the next full moon is. Drew, do you know?
Yeah, you're a druid. Can you talk to like the earth or something and figure that out?
You know nature things.
Like, hey, plants, is there a full moon coming?
Do you ever talk to the sky?
Yeah, do you ever talk to the sky? Here, I'll try talking to the sky. Hello, sky. It is awfully quiet tonight.
Maybe it's shy.
You should... I'm gonna look at the moon and see what phase it's in.
Hard to tell because you actually notice that there's thunderclouds rolling in.
Oh,
You said I'm
Okay.
going to talk to the sky, and I'm just like, I wonder what the weather's like. I'm like, if I get a nat 20, they'll actually start thundering. And I rolled, and it was a nat 20. I'm like, well.
There's also a tavern in town, and all the farmhands should be there by now. So, like, y'all want to go chit chat?
No.
No.
Okay. I want to go chit chat.
Look, I have potatoes, carrots, cabbage, dried meat, salt, and my spellbook supplies, so we could set up camp somewhere for the night. I could make us dinner.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't have tore down camp.
Maybe we shouldn't.
We did
have.
end up. We ended up staying in the same spot, huh?
You know what we could do? Maybe find a forest that has a good canopy and kind of camp out in the forest. Like a canopy that might block the rain a little bit.
An old man I was talking to said that there are monsters in the forest.
We've dealt with monsters, sort of.
Have we?
I mean, I was gonna make a joke and say Sid sometimes, but I look around for Sid. But you know, we fought that big armored construct thing in Pyre. Grantar is technically a monster.
I've never fought Grantar before. I mean, except for that one time.
Yeah.
But that didn't really.
There
feel
is
like
a
it counted.
giant that I was like being really cool with the wind. I think we can handle monsters, right?
We could handle at least one monster.
I mean, we dealt with that weird arena where you got squished almost. What do they
I
call
don't
them?
recall.
Monsters, though, but they were people, but yeah.
Oh, I recall now. The
Yeah.
Arakakra bandit
Yeah,
camp.
yeah, you almost got flattened or
Oh.
something.
Oh yeah, I got absolutely rocked by that thing. That thing really got me good.
Plus, how many monsters are going to come close if we have a big elephant?
It's a good
We're
point.
not putting Poppy in danger.
I didn't say we were going to, but I'm just saying how many creatures are going to come close to a massive elephant.
That is one of the reasons why I decided to travel with all of you.
See, Xanor knows what's up.
Came for the elephant, stayed for the loving company.
Apparently.
Yeah, so we find a forest nearby, we camp out in it, I make us dinner with all the vegetables and meat I bought.
Alright.
And then figure what to do come morning, I guess. Wouldn't it be funny if we wandered into the woods that turned animals pink and there is a full moon out tonight? That would be exciting.
It would be. What if this is silly? What if Poppy turned pink?
That would be pretty cool.
I think she'd look very cute.
And then Poppy makes strawberry milk for us?
We're not drinking Poppy's milk.
What if... I'm gonna keep that question to myself.
Growth.
We call that personal growth.
I almost got
We're
arrested,
glad.
Ildam.
Why? What were you doing? What-
Apparently I was scaring children when I was running up to them like, hey, do you have children? I'm looking for children.
I feel like I specifically coached you against doing
Oh no,
that.
apparently it's probably when I did that they went and complained to the sheriff.
Oh, like the first one, you didn't do
Yeah.
it again?
I think so. No, I
Okay.
never did it again.
Okay.
Then there was just Kent.
Well, I'm glad you didn't get arrested.
Me too. Wouldn't be the first time.
No, it wouldn't. Remember that time you got arrested in Pyre
I do.
by those mercenaries?
Did I had to break you out of?
Wasn't that more
like,
captured? But yes, I do.
We should do that
I mean, it was
again
a jail.
sometime.
We should do that again sometime. That was well. We're taking their home away from them.
Yeah, we're buying that house. We're so close.
We are. Speaking of being close, how close are we to the forest?
It's a little bit of a walk, especially like. Do you want to go to the one that's like out by the dairy farm? It's not like
Yes.
dark yet, so you'd have
Yes,
some
we
time.
do.
You could make it over there.
Well, Hannibal does. Maybe the forest
I'm
by the
fine
dairy
with
farm.
it. Yeah. Why not?
It's
It's in the
raining.
direction you're going to. So.
Yeah, it's
A
raining.
little.
Yeah, it'll wash the pink off if any of us turn pink.
Oh, I actually did try that on the cow. It's not a cleaning thing.
Interesting. I'm very curious. It's werewolves that are turning people pink.
I don't suppose you have like a dispel magic type spell.
Ha! Good question, Ildam. I don't.
Neither do I.
Werewolves don't turn things pink.
I mean, they
Do
could
you
probably.
have dispel magic, Drew?
Yeah. Do you have magic stuff, Drew?
I have lots of magic stuff.
Do you have useful magic stuff?
Yes.
Like dispel magic?
No.
Well then.
Better magic than you do.
Yeah, you want to spar about it?
No, I actually don't.
My money would be on. I don't know. I don't know.
Mine would be
Great.
on Drew.
Yeah.
So you head south to the woods outside the dairy farm.
Yep, the pink wood.
All right. We're gonna Drusilla. You looking for looking for a good campsite?
Heck yeah, boy.
Maybe that survival check.
Oh, I'd rather buy a leash. I'll
You
make
can
one.
make a leash. Don't worry. Don't you worry.
I'm an artificer. I make everything.
My first roll of the day is an 18.
Total?
Yep.
Okay. All right. You come in. You find a place actually that looks like it'd be a great campsite. It's an area that is actually like a relatively small circular clearing in the woods, with the tree branches still like canopy over it very densely. Like they reach out over the section. So despite the fact there's no trees in it, it is still completely covered, but it's just nice and open. There is also a large dark gray stone, looks natural, just kind of stuck, fairly tall, kind of stuck in the middle of the clearing. And I'm going to ask for a nature check as you come into this area.
Ooh.
Ooh, what's this? Mature is a 21.
Okay. You stop yourself and everybody before even getting into this clearing, because you're like, oh, wait. Oh, I know it. Oh, I know what this is. We should not camp here. This is Fey stuff. This would be one of the places where on full moons, Fey come through into the material plane.
Yes.
So good news, bad news.
Mm-hmm.
Good news is I may have connected the dots about what happened to the cow. Bad
Oh.
news is we can't camp here.
Why
Okay.
not? It looks like a clearing. It's fine.
Nice.
But I want to
This
camp
place.
here.
We're not camping here.
Why not?
Why not?
Cause, okay, hear me out.
Hearing you
Full
out.
moon.
Full
If
moon.
we don't know if it is a full moon or not.
We don't.
Full moon. This
Probably
kind of place, the Fae come out. They cause their shit. You know, that's probably what happened to the fucking cow. They come out like hee hee hee. Probably real funny to turn this cow pink. Boom. So we're not gonna camp here.
That just makes me
Because
want to
it's
camp
full
here
moon.
more, though.
We're not
I
camping.
could potentially fly up to check if it's a full moon.
I could have Abacus go with Ilvum as well, just in case.
I would need your ring though, because there's a good chance my wings would flutter out before I managed to make it back to the ground.
Do you want me just to send Abacus up then?
I mean, yeah, but I was really into the idea
Okay.
of like,
I take the ring off
being
and put it on. I give it to Ilvum. Just give it back
Thank
when
you.
you're done.
of course. Is it like, do I have to attune to it?
Nope, no attunement.
Okay, great. I'm gonna pop my wings and I'm gonna full movement and action dash for the
Just
full
straight
minute, straight up.
Okay. So let's see. Let's do that math. So you're doing. I think you fly up at half your normal speed, right?
I have no idea. I
think we've been
flight
doing-
speed is 30 feet.
I think we've been doing normal. Just you can go upwards normally. Okay, so 30 feet. So you're going 60 feet around. There's 10 rounds, so you get 600 feet in the air.
Oof, don't fall.
You're gonna rock our shit if you fall with that ring on.
Yeah,
How high are clouds?
we'll die.
1,000
Oh, okay.
feet.
Yeah. So you're flying up. You're flying up for a full minute. You get like 600 feet in the air.
I'm gonna get out of the area where Ilvum might fall and just sit on that rock.
You get 600 feet up in the air, and yeah, the clouds are not getting any closer. Clouds are like 10,000 feet up.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just looked it up. So yeah, you are like, yeah, you're flying up in the rain and the thunder and everything and the lightning, and it's just like rain against your face
I'm gonna
and
die.
like in your wings and you're cold.
Plummet.
While you're up there though, can you make me a perception check?
Oh, cool.
I would love to.
Just sitting on this rock, waiting for Ilvum to either come happily down or crashing down.
It's gonna be the crashing one. Oop. Just fucking launch
Hasn't
that
he-
bitch.
I have falling damage didn't max out at 20d6. It shouldn't though.
Perceptions for
Well, terminal velocity is a thing.
turning into a goldfish.
perception. Plus 3. 19.
Okay, so you get up there. It's pretty much like right at the end. You can see for a good long while up here. It's hard though because it's nighttime and it's raining, so it's hard to see. But there is a flash of lightning that comes from the direction of the road and the dairy farm, where you can briefly see what looks like the outline of a boat in the air
Oh fuck.
in the direction of the dairy farm, and then there's another flash of lightning, and it's just gone.
I wonder if Ilvum's okay up there.
Is
And
it like
then-
is it like a Gith boat?
You only see it for a second. It's hard to tell. It doesn't not
Mind
look like one though.
Flayer.
Ugh.
And then
Samuel.
your wings fade, and you're just
I'm
like,
gonna- can I like angle away from the campsite into the forest?
yeah, you can like you're 600 feet up, so you have some time to like kind of glide
Yeah.
So to
yourself
see
over.
Ilvum plummeting.
Yeah, you can also like as you were flying up, you can like have flown up at an angle too,
Yeah.
like a little bit just to get a little bit away. Yeah, and then yeah, Ilvum, you start plummeting straight down, and as you do, like you can see, very similar to what Hannibal went through, but on a much larger scale. As you start falling, it's like that heat of re-entry, like this orange, like
Oh, that must be Ilvum.
yeah, you can see, you all look up
Oh,
and you can
there
just
they
see like
are.
you can just see this bright orange comet-looking thing just falling from the sky. Like, oh yeah, that's probably Ilvum. Ilvum, you can see from the
I
inside, like
almost wanted to be a star.
it's like on your hand. It's like the lowest parts of your body, wherever that is just like an inch or two away, about this far, is where you can see that like barrier form basically and create that heat of re-entry, giving you like almost like a tail. And the further you fall, and the further you fall, the brighter and larger it gets, until you start crashing through trees and stuff. And like the two of you just like look over, you just see them like hit the canopy, and like your tree branches snapping and breaking off, and then they just keep coming down to like crash down into the ground with a.
As I'm falling, I'm just like furiously whispering, like praying to Suriel to like, for the love of Cord, please make sure I don't die. Like,
Man, if Ilvam died from that, that would be hilarious.
it would be great. I would not be upset about it.
Yeah,
Hey, but
and
more
then you just
important, are they sort of force fire?
boom hit the ground, and yeah, you hit the ground, and like dirt and logs and sticks and brush like flies up in every direction. Like you all can hear like under the sound of the rain, like sounds like sticks and other things like falling down after the impact. Ilvam, you're just kind of like laying in a crater, absolutely fine. Yeah, and up above you, you can see like leaves and branches and stuff that are like smoldering a little bit, and like a couple things around you that are kind of on fire. But the rain comes down in like the hole you made above you and starts to like put it out, and you just hear this hissing sound.
Cool.
And yeah, Hannibal and Drusilla, you can easily chart where Ilvam just fell.
Ilvam, are you okay?
I don't know if I'm close enough to hear anybody.
Yeah, you can through the rain and everything, you can just barely hear Hannibal.
Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm gonna head in that direction.
Okay. Yeah, you
I
can see
like
Ilvam.
really
just...
fucked up this part of the forest though.
Oh, jeez, you did.
The crater's not too big. The crater's like not much bigger than where Ilvam was, like a couple feet past, but
Isn't that
you can definitely see like charred trees and a good radius around you.
Isn't that ring useful?
That's a great ring. Here you go.
Thank you. And as he's handing it back, because I don't think I ever did this yet, I'm gonna ritually cast Identify on it.
You've tried before.
That's right.
Identified.
It didn't work.
Identify
Sorry.
doesn't work on it.
I'm just gonna put it back on my ring
Plus, I
finger.
don't have the pearl.
Oh, I don't have the pearl. That's right. Dang it! I should have bought a pearl
But also,
today.
when you talk to Master Varro, he told you like, yeah, the reason that I want you to test it is because Identify doesn't
That's
work
right.
on it. We just
That's
need
right.
someone to just try it out.
All right, back on the ring finger. Well, Ilvam, what'd you see?
Well, what didn't I see? But most importantly,
have y'all ever been on gift ships?
Your voice just got way louder.
Yeah.
Did I just start yelling?
Yeah.
I think you like pulled your mic out or something and you switched audio inputs.
Okay, are we vibing?
Think so?
Nope.
No.
Oh.
Sorry, chat.
Yeah.
I mean, it was perfect timing. You're like, well.
I like fucking gooned it, didn't I? Hello?
Yeah, you good.
we're good now.
Yeah,
Yep.
we're good now.
Very good. Very good.
Anyways, y'all ever been on a gift ship?
Yeah. In a raid, I think
Oh.
we were on one for a bit.
So you know how like sometimes they're there and then they're not there, and there's like the weird interplanar travel and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I saw one at the dairy farm for a split second.
Oh. So that's bad. Yes.
I mean, I don't know. It could be bad if instead of Gith on that ship, it's mind flayers. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
With Hannibal's research of like deep speech and like living at the Enclave all the time, I know they can as a player, but as Hannibal, does he know that Mind Flayers might also have the same kind of ships?
Mind Flayer ships are significantly different than Gith ships. Actually,
Yeah.
they have a whole they have like the whole
They're cool.
tentacly
They're cool as
design.
shit.
Yeah, they are like almost alive.
The tentacles can like scoop people up magically. It's so cool.
Yep.
All right.
So yeah, Illithid ships are probably like very different. So they wouldn't just have like a regular
Okay.
boat-looking thing.
It might not be an Illithid ship, but again, they could have commandeered a Gith ship for sure.
Yeah, like how they commandeered my enclave.
Yeah. Should we go check out go to the farm then? Make sure they're all okay? Or do we stay here with the Fae?
I mean, I'm down to check out check out
haven't-
it.
Yeah, I haven't used any of my spells for the day, so I should be okay.
definitely not gonna be able to hit as hard without my wings, though. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. We can't bring Poppy into town either.
Well, it's not. The dairy farm isn't in town.
Oh, it's not?
No, it's
No, it's
pretty.
like-
It's south.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Okay, so
So maybe we should leave Poppy here.
I
But also, I couldn't tell if it was a full moon or not. So
I'm gonna cast Detect Weather. No, it's not a spell. Actually, do I have that one yet? I don't. I was hoping I had like a way to, yeah, control water on the clouds.
The range might be too long.
Yeah.
Real quick, everyone, just make me an intelligence saving throw.
Oh no, I'm good at those.
No, this is just a memory check to see if you remember what the phase of the moon is based on the night before.
Okay, dirty 20. 15 plus 5.
Ooh,
minus 1.
also dirty 20. 16 plus 4.
All right, just
2 minus 1.
Ooh.
wow. Ilvum, you got no idea. Drusilla and Hannibal, though, you like the two of you were both like, oh wait, yeah, no, it was like half moon, like we were like half last night, so we are a little ways out from a full moon. It wouldn't be full moon tonight.
Yeah, we'll be fine. It won't be a full moon tonight. We could leave Poppy here, I guess.
Well, neither of the moons are a full moon, I guess.
Was Xanorn, perhaps?
No, but
I
Salmon's got just some weapons.
Yeah. Now we have a horse as well.
Well, Drew, you just tell them to stay put and go to sleep, and we'll be back, and to not leave.
Did you see the ship cause any problem with the dairy farm, or was it just there and go?
It was there and gone, and I would like to point out that I was very high up and did not get a very good look.
Was the farm on fire?
I don't know.
Then it's probably fine. You would know if it was on fire.
So we're not going to go check it out, and if everybody there is dead...
How far away is the farm?
Not too far. It's pretty much, you're like in the woods, pretty much right behind
Okay.
it.
Abacus on my shoulder.
Okay.
I'll send Abacus to check it out, and then if if shit's going down, we'll go. If not, we'll just stay here. Right?
What if it's like a raiding party?
Exactly. That's why I'm sending.
Of
That's why I'm
sleep.
sending Abacus. And I'm gonna like. Can someone just like? I'm gonna put my hand on Ilvum's shoulder, so I won't be able to see when I do this. And I'm gonna send Abacus and look through Abacus's eyes as he flies towards the farm.
Okay. Abacus takes off and starts weaving through the trees and flying over, and you're watching through his eyes as this happens. Yeah, you can see
Big
like
ol'
weaving through
flying
the
fox.
Yep. Weaving through the trees and flying with the massive wing beats. Eventually you come out and takes off a little bit higher up over like the pastures and things behind the dairy farm. You get up over, and it's hard to tell exactly like what is going on because like it's so dark and it's raining and everything. But as you get close, you start to get closer and like circle above the dairy farm, and there's a few flashes of lightning that illuminate the farm which you're looking at. And you can definitely see shapes moving towards the farm in the darkness. You can see what looks to be humanoid shapes coming up from the direction of the road.
Relaying everything I see as I'm seeing it to them.
Okay. Are you gonna have Abacus fly down a little closer to get a better look, or?
Yeah, I just don't want him to get hit.
Okay. So just like stay like maybe 30 feet up or something.
30 feet up, yeah.
Okay. So you kind of swoop a little bit lower and do a flyby down over it, and you can see that for the most part, the whatever you're flying over does not look up, and as you look, you can see actually the lightning flashes, and you can see kind of almost straight through them because they appear to be skeletons.
Excellent. I'm gonna snap Abacus, tell Abacus to come back.
Okay. Right before you tell Abacus to come back, you see one of the shapes at the back that looks a little different, but you haven't there hasn't been a flash of lightning for you to see yet.
Yeah.
Right as you call Abacus back, you can see that you can like just see the outline. That one looks up at Abacus right as you're snapping him back.
Okay. Skeletons at the farm. Looks like they're going to attack.
Well,
Alright,
that sounds
let's
like an
go.
us problem.
Let's go.
Crack some knuckles.
Mage armor.
Oh, good point. Armor of Agathis.
Okay.
We're
No
fighting
armor.
undead. I am
We
so
die like
excited.
men.
Okay.
Alright.
My AC is now 13 for the mage armor. Yeah, my AC only becomes 13 with mage armor. 0 dex. Alright,
I have decks and I'm only at 13.
I'm gonna start sprinting in that direction. Just
Okay.
Oh,
I will follow at the
should
same
say
speed.
oh shit. I like stop at the edge of the campsite. Do I leave Moloch or bring Moloch? Do I leave Moloch or bring Moloch? Do I leave
Leave
Moloch?
him. Leave him.
Moloch? Please stay as close as you can to Poppy and Gertie. Okay?
Arf.
And I set him down. I don't
Okay.
like leaving him here.
You'll be safe here.
Oh, yeah, and I just say, oh, this is bad, and I run towards the farmhouse. Farmland, farm.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Ilvam and Drusilla hurrying also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Xanorn chases after behind you. Eventually, you get up to you start coming up to like the pastures in the back and working your way around. As you're running through the rain, you can see like through those lightning strikes, you can all start to see.
Thank goodness I have dark vision.
Oh yeah, with dark vision would help us. Also, you can see you can see those skeletal shapes. They're kind of all gathered around the barn, and you can see the barn is you're coming around the back side of the barn, so you can't really see what's in front of it. But you can see like what looks to be the steady glow of like a lantern from in front, and it looks like they're all kind of gathered around the lantern light. And as you come running up, you can see the farmer himself, Pelham, is kind of like looks like the barn is locked, and he's standing there, fumbling with some keys on the lock on the farm. You can see blood running down the side of his face from
I love Pelham.
from what looks to be like a head wound that's kind of starting to wash away in the rain, and there's one individual standing behind him just with the sword pointed into his back. Very gaunt face with like gray skin, looks paper thin, stretched tight across the skull.
How far away?
Beady black eyes and
The fucking Lich.
spiky black armor.
How far away?
From you probably come up. You're about 40 feet away.
Firebolt as we're running, just at
Okay.
the armored person. Yeah.
Roll a firebolt with advantage.
Yeah. Here we go.
Can I also be launching my Eldritch Blasts?
Sure.
12 plus 6, 18.
That hits.
Just that's 2d10 fire damage. For 15 fire damage, just
Oof.
in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Heck yeah. Whew, here we go.
I got a 22 and a 12.
The 22 hits.
Okay.
The imagery I'm getting of me and Ilvam just like running through the rain, just throwing spells is so cool.
I do 6 points of force damage.
Okay. So yeah, firebolt and Eldritch Blast just poof, poof, smash into this person. He gets knocked a little bit away from the Pelham while the sword comes off his neck, and he turns around, and all the skeletons turn to face you as well. Up close now, you can see that they're not just... They're humanoid, but they're not human skeletons. You can actually see that they have what looks to be like a little bit of fur coming up around like the back of their head and neck, and the head is a like almost canine looking skull.
Knolls.
And you would recognize that these are Knoll skeletons.
Yes!
Nelatons.
Nellies.
Knoll witherlings. And
Yeah.
all of them
Nellies.
turn with a rattling and raspy snarl in your direction.
Hello there.
And
General
the undead person who had the sword up to the back of his neck just like stumbles and turns in your direction, points the blade,
Revenant.
and says, looks, very, very like wispy gray hair, matching the skin, just kind of like
White.
plastered to his head. Turns and looks at all of you, points the blade back and forth, and just kind of narrows his eyes when he sees all of you, and says, "What are you?"
People.
Your worst nightmare.
Yeah, what she said.
You are interrupting.
Clearly.
I'm here to collect on behalf of my master.
Who's your master?
Who's your master?
The old lady outside of town?
No.
Told you, Drusilla.
Well, I'm sorry, okay? She says.
I don't think now's the time. Who's your master?
My master?
Is me.
There we go. My master is known as Kekuhi the Collector.
That's a really dumb name.
Actually, kind of cool.
Kekuhi the Collector.
He has had his eye on the prize within this barn for some time.
Oh, is it the pink cow?
Yes, I understand that it is very unique and he wishes to add it to his collection.
It just makes bland tasting strawberry milk.
I don't ask why my master wants things for his collection, I just collect them for him.
What's your name?
I am called Cull.
Cull. Wow.
Like, you know, like you call a herd? Is
Yeah, I
that
get
what
it. His master must be really bad at coming up with names.
I am just gonna throw this out there. Call. Terrible to meet you. The name is Ilvum. Morally speaking, I do have to put a stop to this. So you can either choose to leave now and tell your boss, sorry, what was it? Kill
Kekuhi the Collector.
Sure, whatever that was. You so tell him that this is off limits and you can leave, or me and my siblings here are going to turn you all into dust.
Yeah, what they said.
He
Yeah.
he takes a few steps closer, staring at all of you in the rain, and like kind of leans forward, and he's got kind of like the flat, like lack of a nose, just kind of like the two
Voldemort
holes.
knows.
Yep.
Yeah, and just kind of leans forward, doesn't really get, like, probably gets within like 20 feet of you, and just kind of goes, I have a nose for lineage.
You actually don't have a nose.
Don't point that out, that's rude.
Are all of you part Gith?
You can smell that?
I have
You
a
guys are
nose-
part Gith?
Whoa, Ilvem! I did not know you were part gift.
How come we've been traveling this long and you not tell us?
This is shocking
This
information
is
for us all.
wonderful. Firebolt at the dirty
Okay.
dead guy.
Yeah, right as you're about to firebolt, he turns to all the Knoll skeletons and says to them, collect them.
Oh, great!
And then we're gonna
Initiative.
start next week with initiative, because
Ah!
we're coming up on the end. here.
No! 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 Oh, I wish I had, like, control undead and stuff like that. I'd be like, oh, witherlings, I am your master now. Or if we had someone with turn undead.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So that's where we're going to start off next week, in the middle of a thunderstorm, fighting a bunch of Knoll witherlings and some other undead guy who are here on
he's
behalf
definitely a revenant or a white. That's my.
of their master,
That's my
Kekuhi
theory.
the Collector.
I hope
Really wish I
Kilchris.
hadn't hopped my wings already.
Oh, it's definitely a revenant. That's my theory. It's a revenant. I hope it is, because revenants are cool as shit.
That extra radiant damage would be really helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if it is a revenant, I don't want to look at it. Vengeful glare. But Hannibal doesn't know that if it is a revenant.
So thank you for joining us, folks. Thank you for hanging out, chat.
Yes, thank you,
We
chat.
will
Thank you for
be-
the raid. Thank you for all the follows today. That was
Yeah.
awesome. It's nice seeing chat be so talkative.
Yeah.
And we'll be back at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the continuation of Descent into Avernus. One of the players just essentially sacrificed themselves to take on the Sword of Zariel and become this celestial entity, and I'm so very excited.
All right.
We're gonna fight Zariel.
An
And a
archdevil.
cold clocker.
Oh, I'm so excited. But that's
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see all of you back here again next week.
At 1
Thank you for
p.m.
hanging
Eastern
out.
Time.
Yes. For a fight.
Oh, I'm so excited.
What an iconic time for Sid to show back up.
Shows back up, we have a bunch of pets, and half of us are dead.
No, you put the
Half
swords
of
back in
3
your
of you
mouth.
can be dead. No, you have Xanorn, you can have half. Okay.
There you go.
Just Xanorn and one other of you.
Yeah, so bye-bye, everyone.
Bye.